Hello everyone, welcome to another video of the Cosmic Taverns. I'm your host, Nitsify. We also have our co-host here, Sir Acrid. You know the deal.
Alright.
If you don't know the deal, then that's your fault. I'm surprised people actually would go back and jump into a middle of a podcast and just listen to a random episode, which, then again, I've done that before, like, I guess I can't say too much. But welcome, in case you don't know, we are a D&D podcast, heavily homebrewed. Acrid is currently DMing this campaign. This is the Hojiro campaign that we are currently doing. If I remember correctly, the last time we found a person who was wounded after we left the town, sent a bunch of letters out, and we're currently heading towards the Hermit. So, which we stopped right there, if I remember correctly.
Yeah. You guys met Lucina, who was a spirit necromancer, and you guys got, like, baited into following a spirit that was trying to help her?
Yeah.
Yeah, she was on death saves.
She was on death saves, unconscious, and her, like, summoned spirit was basically, like, trying to trick us to follow it to her. Because it couldn't speak. So, it was a whole thing.
It was that thing of, if you ignored it, it was that thing of, it was already bordering attacking you just to make you follow it.
Yeah.
Because it knew that if it showed random hostility for seemingly no reason, mortals usually follow them if they just stop attacking after smacking someone.
Fair.
It was just gonna, like, attack the strongest looking person, sit there for a moment and wait, and then teleport away, like, slowly blinking back towards where it wanted y'all to go.
Fair. Yeah. But yeah, we managed to help a person that was basically on death's door, which is always good. Yeah.
Y'all met the Guardians of Naporia.
Oh yes, we met Buck and his crew, which are Skaven people, aka rat people.
Yes, the Skaven. Then Hoji has been informed by the said Skaven, by Buck himself, that apparently the Skaven are about to make their presence known in a very violent way.
Yep.
They're letting the surface dwellers know we're here to stay and you can't get rid of us.
Yep. Hojiro did show a lot of compassion for the Skaven. He didn't really like the way they were being treated in the first place. Anyway, so he kind of let the Kors and, the Emperor and the Dwarven, king know, hey, this is happening. I don't know what towns. Don't retaliate. Just let it happen, because we need it. It's either that or you have a war on your hands. Let's try and actually talk this out.
Yeah, it's either you have it. He can probably already tell the Skaven are probably more terrifying to fight than, like, the desert would be in a war.
Yep.
It's not a fight you're winning.
No, not at all. Yeah, so he's kind of just basically put it out there to the strongest degree. Hey, let's not make this a problem. Like, let's not do that. So Hoji's going to try to become a mediator to the best of his ability. He's also been informed of a person named Mirio that he's going to go and, like, contact as well. So.
Yes, a dude named Mirio.
Yes. Oh, we should also mention this. If you hear a random lady in the background, though, we've mentioned this many times before, that is Acrid's girlfriend, Anya. Just, if she says something, yeah, it's not a hallucination.
I am a real person. Do not consider me a hallucination. That would be weird.
Yeah, that would be weird.
Quietest hi. Not even picked up by the mic, as far as I could tell.
It did pick up. It did pick up.
Oh, wow.
Discord just didn't light up for some reason. Discord was like, I'm not going to show
person,
this.
Okay?
It's fine. It's fair.
Alright.
Don't judge me.
Until you play a video game. When we played Silka, you get a little loud, but that's honestly, to be fair, you're playing a video game, and that's completely fair. I can speak for this. I myself yell at just about everything I do when it's a video game, so I can't. Yeah. It's justified. So you're not always quiet.
I'm normally a quiet person.
Yeah. I'm only loud really when I'm just talking with Acrid or if I'm gaming. That's really it. Overall, I'm quiet though, sometimes.
Yes.
Yeah.
always gets annoyed because he'll randomly decide that he wants to talk to me, and my response will be like very quiet because I'm still half asleep, and he's just speak up.
Yes,
Just
because you mumble so quietly, I can't even hear you when I'm trying to hear you. It's annoying.
So, the hermit.
Yeah, the hermit.
Yeah.
because that's sidetracked.
Whack.
Violent sidetrack. Welcome to everything.
Yep.
Alright. Alright, so you guys stopped, like, basically, like, what could be considered, like, about a mile away from his house.
Yeah.
Liz let y'all know that his house was coming up, and that it'd be better to stop and rest until you guys would want to send someone in to get the other two.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're looking at him being awake when you're walking around in his house, and if he's awake, he's gonna be way more perceptive than if he's asleep.
Yep. Yeah. The plan is, because if there's one person that we know that can sneak, it is Varbuk. So I'm probably gonna be sending Varbuk to get them when the time comes, but obviously rest is required first. So
Yes. So everyone would catch a long rest, just in case they're missing anything. I will give everyone a long rest, just in case they're missing key or anything like that, because I forgot to give them
fair.
key or just any spell slots. Because there's just the thing of usually I forget to give long rests
Fair.
until it's like, yeah, everyone gets a long rest. And then I'll sit there and click through the 15 different character sheets I have open.
Sure.
Alright, there we go.
Woo.
So, everyone get a long rest, and they would wake up right about at, yeah, so what... The hermit usually is asleep from about 2 a.m. to about 8 a.m.
Okay.
So,
Send him in around like 4 a.m. That's like the middle.
yeah, so you guys would wake up about 2, head over to the house,
Yeah.
and then send in Varbuk.
Yeah, I think
So, Varbuk.
I want to double check here. But if I have the ability, I do not have the ability. For some reason, I thought I had trace without trace without pass without trace on my character. But Hojiro does not have that.
My man.
I was listen, man.
Dude, that was a. Are you okay?
No. But I will do this. I'll use a pack slot, and I'm going to cast invisibility on him.
Oh, okay.
So I'll just tap on
invisibility.
Yeah, it lasts for an hour.
Okay.
So it'll give them disadvantage on perception to try and notice him. So it'll just make it really hard for him to get noticed.
Yeah, so he's impossible to see without the aid of magic or special sense.
Yes.
Cool. So attack rolls against that creature are made disadvantage, and attack rolls from that creature are made at advantage. Wonderful, because that's what he needs. He needs bullet on his attacks.
Yes. I'm glad we can agree.
Yes. Oh. Like, dude, it's just gonna be that random thing of randomly the boss is just gonna get stabbed in the back.
Yeah.
Varbuk, do you... Okay, yeah. So she also, Liz does also hand out, just to remember by everyone, Liz has informed everyone that this guy is a WereBear.
Okay.
So, she has given everyone silver dust to essentially coat their weapons in the silver, to allow their weapons to do, to truly affect the fucking guy. Because if we're attacking him with, like, non-magical weapons that are also non-silvered, they're literally going to be doing no damage to him. They're just going to be annoying.
Yeah. So, from what I understand with werewolves, if I remember correctly, basically any natural weaponry is not going to do it unless it's silvered, and then magical damage is they're resistant to some magical, right?
It's that thing if it's a non-silvered magical weapon, they have resistance.
Yeah. What about magic though?
Magic is they're not really resistant to it.
Okay.
Unless it's like an elemental, then they are resistant to it.
Gotcha. I was double checking because I know you run werewolves a little bit differently than normal D&D. So yeah.
Yes, I do. I give the reason why people are werewolves or werebears is different. It's because a spirit decided to fuck with a person.
Yeah, so for those who don't know, he doesn't run it by the fact of oh, you got sick or you got infected by another werewolf or werebear or any other were person. Nah. A spirit decided it'd be real funny to fuck with you.
Uh-huh.
So, yeah.
Usually it's vengeful spirits or spirits that are just angry.
Yeah.
It's that thing of it's a hyperly negative spirit that has decided to take to force its way into your mind.
Yeah.
So anyone who is aware is essentially live with two sets of thoughts.
Yeah.
That they get to deal with at all times. If they pick the wrong thought, they think it's theirs, but it's actually the werebeasts.
Yeah.
It can fuck with them because they'll start making poor choices.
Yep. Yeah.
So yeah.
I feel like that's a quick little thing we need to put out there so people understand. But yes.
Yes, because it's not it's if he bites you, it still has that thing of passing on lycanthropy. Yeah. Because it's still but usually it will be that a spirit of that kind will be drawn to you more aggressively.
Yeah.
So, and if you actually get the disease, then yeah, you're gonna probably become a werebear if he bites you and you fail the concept.
Yeah.
Don't get bit.
So I guess technically speaking, there's two ways to become a lycanthrope or something of that sort. There's technically two ways. There's spirit, and then there is just natural disease. That is still there.
Yes.
We didn't get rid of that. That's still a problem.
Yes. No. You don't get off easy. You can still be infected.
It's on the illness chart for the D100. It is there. I think that's number 39 on the illness chart. I've written out for you. I still only have up to 62 on there. I'll get it done eventually. I don't have any ideas for illnesses right now. It's a lot.
I know that, what is it? I know that the Muras can turn you into a lycanthrope.
Yeah, they can, if they curse you.
Good. Fucking Muras.
Muras are
so
great.
Stupid. Anyways, continue.
Yes.
So Var would start sneaking in with his amazing stealth.
Yes.
Okay, thank God he has advantage. He rolled a 3. I was like, oh no.
Bruh.
Fucking the only person with expertise in stealth rolls a 3. Oh no. So yeah, he will head in.
Okay.
To grab the people as best he can. I'll go ahead and. So, look, how well do you handle this? Is that weird thing of there's a site that okay, so Varbuck gets this, that, okay, alright. So, as you guys are sitting there,
yeah,
5 minutes go by.
Yeah.
You guys are just kind of staring at this wooden shack. That, to give you an idea of the shack, it's got essentially about a 25-foot perimeter around it of just where the trees have been cleared. Yeah. To essentially make room for the fucking house. The house itself takes up essentially a 15 by 15.
Yeah.
It's not a big hut. Yeah. It's a hermit hovel. It's a hermit's hut essentially.
Yeah.
But he's definitely got an underground area from what has been figured out.
Okay.
Essentially 5 minutes would go by
Okay.
of just nothing, and then 10.
Well, we have that hive mind. So.
He's just, you guys would get the feeling that he's fine,
Okay.
but like he ran into something that makes even him a bit uncomfortable.
Okay.
But he does send you, he's like, I found them. I'm working on setting them free.
Gotcha.
He might wake up when I do this though.
Gotcha. Hojiro would just
Essentially,
like
he would inform you guys that there are a bunch of chains that he's gonna have to cut.
Gotcha.
So he's like, well, I kind of have to brute force this.
Does Varbuck know if the dude is located upstairs or downstairs? Do we have info?
Let me see if Varbuck was able to notice him by essentially more. Okay, Varbuck. Okay, he does a. Okay, yeah. So he did not see the guy on the lower level,
Okay.
but he heard him snoring.
Okay.
So he's like, he's definitely asleep. That's for sure.
I've got an idea.
Oh boy.
Okay, I've got an idea. So, I
Okay.
want to do this. So, you said wooden hut, and then there's an underground inside the wooden hut.
Yes. That's what the information
Yeah.
Liz has given you.
Okay, so I want to try and just like coordinate this with Varbuck, so we can try and time this. I know it's probably gonna be a roll to probably time this, most likely, knowing you as a DM. But
Depending on how extreme the timing is,
it's fair.
yes.
I want to use, because I imagine we're gonna have to be near the hut. We're probably near the hut. I'm imagining.
The way it's, you guys could be anywhere in that 25-foot circle or just on the edge of the trees,
Okay,
just staring at the hut. That's kind of, or you guys could be right next to the hut.
gotcha.
It's kind of up to you
I
guys.
I would like to be right near the hut, and the others can hang back if
Okay,
they
so-
want to. Like I know
Okay,
Alania might
so
want to hang
people
back
who-
because she's got guns.
Yeah, Alania's hanging back. Kishji's right next to you. Liz is right next to you. Keela's hanging back with Alania.
Yeah.
Varbuck's inside.
Yeah. So here's the thing: if one of them want to get one on one end of like the hut, I guess, and one on the other end, and I'll just wrap around
Okay.
and like I guess meet up with on Kistji's end in a second here. But I want to grab. Is there like any like rocks or anything like on the floor?
There are some rocks scattered about. They're like normal-sized rocks.
Okay. Can I use a cantrip to set up message with the rock? And
What message are you setting up?
I want to make it sound like someone's knocking on the door pretty loudly. Like a very loud just...
Okay.
Yeah. Because but I
Okay.
want to try and time it so when it goes off right when Varbuck starts messing with the chains. So it can hopefully cover for him doing that. So he will pay attention to hopefully the knocking instead of Varbuck.
Fair.
And if I can, and I don't know if I'm overstepping because I know I've already used one cantrip, because I know this is technically a pre-prep, I guess technically.
Yes.
I don't know if that would have counted as an action for the pre-prep, so I guess for the bonus action, if you allow me, I'd like to use Minor Illusion, which can make anything within a 5 foot, like, sizing. I want to make, just, a 4 foot, just, dwarf that is, timed, so it looks like he's, knocking on the door. Just, he looks like he's, a merchant.
So the message would have been your bonus action, and the minor illusion's your action.
Yeah. And I just want to sneak around, crouch, near Kistji, pre-prepping just in case. Because there's a chance if he acts friendly towards it, maybe we can talk this out. But I don't have a feeling that's gonna be the case.
Yeah.
Really doubt that.
Yeah. Also, I do not have an image for what the hermit looks like, so I'll describe him to the best of my abilities.
Okay.
But I will do that. So you do that, and Varbuck would okay, so Varbuck essentially counts you down, like, with telepathy.
Yeah.
So you don't really need to roll to get this one, because it's that thing of, I feel like, because of how you described everything,
Yeah.
I feel like Hoji could set that up pretty perfectly with Varbuck, considering how well he's kind of worked with Varbuck.
Yeah.
So yeah, I can work with that. I'll give you that. That's not something you need to roll for.
Hell yeah.
So you would set that up, and it is the most like this dwarf, quote unquote, is just banging on this door.
Yeah, it's like the jolliest looking like dwarf merchant. He's got like a giant backpack that's like twice his size, like the biggest grin, rosy cheeks, ginger like hair, like very long beard that barely almost touches the floor type of deal.
So yeah, so his so you filled this 5-foot cube with this fucking dwarf.
Yes.
Yes. All right.
Yeah.
So, you guys would have been able to faintly hear the snoring
Okay.
because of it's not quiet. It's a bear person. So,
Yeah.
So it's that like the guy's kind of gotten some of the aptitudes of bear, so
Yeah.
he snores kind of loudly.
It's fair. It's fair.
A bear would.
Yeah. So you would hear that stop like the second that knocking goes off.
Okay.
Like, he wakes up damn near instantaneously.
Oh boy. That dwarf's gonna get killed.
So, you guys would hear like kind of like some footsteps as someone like walks up to the door.
Mhm.
Now, you did get the message from Varbuck that he got one of them free.
Okay.
He's gonna try to talk to that person in like, he's gonna talk to them as best he can,
Okay.
quietly, and see if they can set the other person free to the best of their ability, because it's that thing of, he's hearing this fucker move above him, and he's like, I'm gonna move to get in a position where I can help.
Fair.
Because from what you get from Varbuck, it's something of like, you guys can hear his footsteps. From Varbuck's perspective, it's like echoing type of footsteps.
Okay.
Like, they're pretty heavy set footsteps.
Gotcha.
As you guys would see, you guys would hear like a creak, as you guys wouldn't be able to see it, but you guys can kind of see the illusion that you created.
Yeah.
You would hear like the door open.
Mm-hmm.
You would then just see a war axe essentially cut the fucking dwarf illusion in half.
He just dissipates.
And you just hear the most just, more people. What? As you guys would see a guy like step out onto his porch.
Yeah.
As you would see essentially like a 6'3", like human, who he's like very like muscular human.
Yeah.
With essentially like leather straps that kind of go across his chest, and essentially like pretty tattered up like shorts.
Yeah.
It's that thing of like, he hasn't taken care of his clothing because of his constant transformations. His clothing gets fucked up anyway, so he's just like, fuck it, I don't care anymore. The leather straps is to hold his war axe, which is that thing of, his war axe is essentially just a double-sided great axe
Okay.
that he's just wielding in his hand.
Gotcha.
As you would see him like look, and you would hear him just inhale through his nose as he tries to smell you guys. To see if he can smell anyone.
He won't need to smell me. I'm darting around that corner. I'm immediately attacking with my spear.
Oh yeah, fair enough. I didn't know how much you guys would stealth.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'm gonna be honest. Here's the thing. It's that thing of, he starts to turn towards where Hoji's coming from. It's that thing of, he sniffed and goes, oh wait.
The 6'3" WereBear has a 6'3" half Duragard charging him from around the corner. So
Yeah,
even if
you
I
would-
don't get a sneak attack, I'm sure the person on the other side of the building will. Liz.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As just before you like get your like stabbing,
Okay.
because I did roll a dex save for him to get this off.
Mhm.
He would essentially let out like what is the most like guttural like roar that
Okay.
almost even though he's still human.
Okay.
So there's a lot. Is that thing of is that as you would have gotten closer, you would have noticed like his hair is like a really shaggy, kind of like grayish brown.
Yeah.
So it's that thing of he's gotten to the point where he's even as a human, he's still got a lot of bear tendencies.
Yeah.
Yep. So go ahead and roll your to hit.
All right.
Yes.
That is
And roll initiative.
Oh yeah, I also should roll that. That is my to hit with my spear. What's my plus to my spear? I have a +5 to my spear. Wait, why do I have more to my? Oh, I see why. Cause wait, what? I have a +5 to my marrow drinker like spear, but a +6 to my serpent longbow. Why is that one above? Oh well, I don't know. I'm confused. I don't know.
Question it.
I'll figure it out
Oh,
later. I'll look at that later. I don't care right now. Does an 18
Because
hit?
bows, an 18 will hit.
Pog. Okay.
It's that thing of like you would see. It's that thing of like you would see that you're like, you can tell that the 18 hit because he was kind of still in that humanoid state.
Yeah.
His AC is probably gonna go up if he transforms into a bear.
Gotcha. That is 6 piercing damage. As you just kind of like.
6 piercing.
Yeah, as he just like
Okay,
kind of like.
what's that necrotic damage?
Oh yeah, because he gets an extra D8. Yeah.
Yes.
And then 5 necrotic damage.
Okay, and then every fourth hit you get extra damage.
Yes.
Yes.
I haven't gotten
Oh.
any of those charges yet
Chris,
because I've
welcome
only
to
hit
the
people.
recording.
I've only
Oh,
hit
shit,
people.
my bad.
Yeah, you're good. We've only hit.
Hey, Chris.
We've only hit people. I've only hit people 3 times with a spear, so technically the next hit should be the 5d8. But I don't know if it waits or if it resets every day.
Oh no, it's just like, so to give you an idea of how your spear looks,
Yeah,
all those grooves are just full of like a white.
gotcha. So it will just hold until
So it
eventually
fills up
gets
from-
used.
Yep.
Okay,
it rewards
gotcha.
you for using it.
Okay, gotcha. Cool. So it doesn't reset. That's good to know.
Yes.
Yes.
As now I get to set up. Oh god, the initiative. Oh,
Yes. Oh, yeah,
boy,
my
so
initiative.
many people.
Nat 20 on initiative. +3.
Okay, well you got to go first, so.
Yeah.
Well, so you got a 26 with your initiative.
Yeah.
Well, you barely beat out Keela, who got a 25.
Damn.
Okay, so we got the initiative, which is Oji. And then we have Keela. And then we have this person. So I rolled the initiative also of the prisoners who have gotten out, and they will be approaching quickly.
That is completely fair.
Varbuck lets you guys know that he has set one of them free, and he is heading up. As far as he
Alright.
knows, that the other person should set the other person free. They said
Okay.
they would.
Let's hope they stick to their word, but I'm imagining they would, because they've both been treated horribly, probably.
So then there's this person who goes, and then he gets to go. Oh my god, there's so many people in this fucking initiative.
Yup.
It's the most just. It's like you go, few people go, he goes, everyone else.
Yeah. I just want to let you know, the battle music has now kicked in, and it is fucking epic.
Oh yeah, no, I fucking love that music.
Yeah.
Okay, so yeah, there you go. So Hoji goes first, and that essentially just kicked off the initiative
Yeah.
with I'll go ahead and just have that opening hit be a crit because we didn't know that you would have gotten a nat 20.
Yeah. Alright. Gotcha. Gotcha. Alright.
So I'll give you that.
So,
Yes.
so does that mean that the first strike that I already did, is that doubled? Is that what you mean by that, or?
Yeah, I doubled
Okay.
your damage.
Gotcha. Okay, gotcha. So
Yeah.
he's going to
So I
go
just
ahead
doubled
and
the
use
damage he took.
his only other pack spell, his second level spell, to cast. I feel like. Oh wait, no, that's a bad idea. I'm going to hold that for now, actually. Because
Okay.
Cloud of Daggers isn't going to work that well in the sky. So instead of what I'm going to do is I'm going to strike yet again with my marrow, with my marrow, drinker, okay, my spear, and with a natural 15 plus 5, a dirty 20 to hit.
Okay. Dirty 20 to hit. Yes, that'll hit.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to roll a d8. So the first bit, the piercing damage, is 4 plus 3, so 7 piercing damage. And then it's 5d8
Okay.
of necrotic that he's going to be able to put out. So that's going to be a 1, a 2, a 5, an 8,
Okay.
and a 5 of necrotic damage within that strike.
Okay. So I added all that together, and that was plus your. You said 6 piercing.
Yes.
Okay.
And then
All right. So that's.
and then with bonus action. Oh yeah, since I have Ring of the Golden Serpent, every time I hit with a melee attack, I'm supposed to do an extra
D6
D6
of
of
poison
poison.
damage.
So I need to roll 2 of them because I forgot to do it with my last one. So I'm gonna go ahead and
Fair.
5
What's the
and 3, so 8 poison in total.
Okay.
And then I want to, if I may be so kind, with my bonus
Oh,
action,
boy.
since he is right there in my face, he can go ahead and roll a con save.
Okay. He's. Okay.
Yeah. Hojiro kind of like spins his like spear around normally with like both hands when he's attacking. He would just kind of swing it
Okay.
over into his left hand only and bring out his right hand and bring it up as close to his face as possible and use poison spray.
Okay. Well, that's.
He's right there.
How to
He-
make someone angry.
Yeah. He's right there, so he might as well. I don't know. It doesn't say. It doesn't say that he takes half damage if he succeeds. So, I'm guessing he just takes no damage if he does succeed. So, does he succeed?
He takes half damage. He takes
Okay.
half damage.
Okay.
So.
Gotcha. So I rolled an 8 for damage.
Okay. So.
That is the end of
he
my turn.
takes that much damage.
Yeah.
Yeah, God, you got to go a lot.
Yeah.
As you would start to hear a flute that goes off.
There's Kayla.
As you would gain 5 temp health.
Hell yeah. 40 health in total now.
Yeah, you gain 5 temp health. Liz gains 5 temp health. Kishi gains 5 temp health.
Okay.
She gives herself and Alania 5 temp health because that's the only people that she can see.
Gotcha.
That would be 5 people. Yes.
Yep.
So those are the only people that she can see, and that's what allows she can do that as her bonus action. Is she uses Mantle of Inspiration,
Okay.
and with her main action, she would cast Cloud of Daggers on him.
All right, fair enough.
So you would just see a bunch of spinning knives come out of the floor, slap at his ankles, and then go back down.
Yeah.
Okay, she does 8 slashing damage to him
All right.
with her Cloud of Daggers, but you would hear that going off. As next up, as you would see, okay, let me see, have you gotten up yet? You would see as you would see a witch's bolt come flying through the door.
Okay.
As someone else has now entered the initiative.
The Necromancer Witch. One of the
Yep.
people that was
As
captured.
I will go. Yes, as you guys would be able, as Hoji would be able to see her out of the corner of his eye,
Okay.
and you would see this lady
Okay.
as Romancer Witch.
Okay. Oh.
She has not She has not fully gotten free yet.
Yeah.
Whoever set her free tried.
Barbuck probably did this one. That's my guess. So she had her head like, you know, like those like, think of like medieval times where they put your head and your hands like in a wooden board, and then they have like the iron reinforcements around those bits, people. That's what you're looking at. So it's a broken bit of a board. One of the chains was broken, so one of her hands are free. The other hand and her head is still stuck in that thing. We're looking at a like black hair that's like put up in a bun. It has like, it looks like she has like a skull or a piece of bone as like on the bit that holds the bun together. Funny enough. Very palish, like grayish skin. Definitely a necromancer, because it looks like the necromancy magic messed slightly with her skin, because it's a little bit purple-ish, but not a whole lot. Very, very bright green eyes, like radiant green. Like, think of like fucking, nukes. That type of like radiant green. Very long black
Another thing
fingernails.
to compare it to
Yeah?
is jade. Kind of like jade colors.
Oh yeah, that was
gemstone
also true. Like,
jade.
yeah, like jade. She has like a like black dress that has like an open area where you can see like a bit of the chest, but that's about it. It's a lot of black, except the like, I guess the corset bit that covers like the chest bit and a little bit down is like a beigeish by the looks of it. And then like black, like think of like ballet shoes almost. Is that like, or no, not ballet shoes. Think of like pioneer shoes, like way back when. Think of like that type of like black shoes with like the golden locked, like the golden locks to keep your feet in the shoes. That's what she's wearing. So that's what we're looking at.
And yes, and she is holding in her hand a back curved dagger.
Ah, yeah, that's fitting.
And she's also got a spell book that's floating behind her. That's like flipping through the pages.
She got her stuff back. Yeah, she got her stuff back.
As you just see a witch's bolt essentially flying out of like an orb that's floating around her.
Hell yeah.
As you would see a second level witch's bolt fly at this guy.
Hell yeah.
As she does 7 lightning damage to him.
Let's go.
And that would be this much damage. As she would then use her main action, or her bonus action. As you would see, just little hands of bones reach out and poke his ankles.
Hell yeah. Chill touch, I'm
Chill
guessing?
touch.
Yeah.
Yes, chill touch.
Yo, twinsies.
You would see one of the hands like grip his head, like, I did this successfully, and that one does a pretty significant amount of necrotic damage.
Yeah.
You would see the other one essentially like poke. just poke the other ankle.
That's funny.
It just completely fails at its one job.
It's like, I got this. What are you doing? I don't got this.
Yeah. As next up would be the Hermit.
Okay.
As you would see him. It's that weird thing, like he kind of grits his teeth because it's just the thing of like he just fucking woke up and now he's having to deal with this shit. Hey, who do you go for? That's for the person who stabbed you twice.
Yeah, fair. Finessingly, may I add.
Yeah, that's for the bitch with the lightning. And that's for the completely infuriating woman with a flute. You can tell he hates the flute. Like, he hates it.
Yeah.
Like, it's aggravating him because of how high-pitched it is.
That is actually fair.
So, there's a shot he just randomly decides to go and try and kill her.
God, if he tries to go for her, he's gonna proc opportunity of attack. Best of luck, buddy.
You would see he would do that willingly.
Ah, go away! Stop it!
But for right now, he will attack Hoji.
Okay, fair enough.
As Hoji would see this guy essentially bring down his war axe.
Okay.
As it's like he's like, it's definitely that look of you use finesse. I'm just gonna fucking crush you.
Yeah. Brute force. I've an
I'm
armor
not
of
worried
16,
about this.
if that helps any.
Hoji fucking jumps to the side as the, like, essentially this war axe essentially like grazes his like clothing,
Okay.
like narrowly missing him.
Gotcha.
As then the guy would bring up the war axe like into Hoji's side.
Okay.
As essentially Hoji managed to dodge essentially the overhead strike,
Yeah.
which he looked at. He was like, "I don't want to get hit by that. That's coming from my head."
Yeah. That is fair. That's fair.
But yeah, so he will take. let's
Okay.
see. Okay. All right. Okay. Cool. I love the natural ones in damage.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah. You take 16 slashing damage.
16 slashing.
his attack.
Okay. Yeah. For me, that's good because I'm already down to 24 health.
Yeah, I know. It's also that weird. It's that sad thing of everyone else hasn't gotten here yet. So
Yeah.
Hoji's essentially playing tank. The warlock is playing tank.
The warlock playing tank, baby. Oh.
So as he does not. He already used his bonus action. So
Okay.
he's good.
All right.
As he had used his bonus action with his reaction to get off a rage before everyone started hitting him.
Fair.
It was that most just like, oh god, people.
Uh-huh.
As his turn would end, gunshot.
Well, we know Alani's entered the next round of turn.
God.
Yeah, Alani's here all right.
Fucking bullet. Natural 20.
Damn. Oh, that's funny.
Oh my god. Oh, okay. Good god. Okay. Damn. As you would see this round, essentially, like, you would see a hit, like, she just shoots him in the shoulder.
Yeah.
As you would see him take 36 piercing damage as she crits him.
Jeez.
And then she holds her bonus action.
All right.
As next up, oh boy. As you would see Liz come like essentially bounding around the corner.
Yeah.
As she essentially like vaults over the the railing the guy had on that side of the porch.
Yeah.
He didn't have one on the other side that Hoji came up. He actually had the stairs there.
Okay.
So Hoji just got to abuse the stairs. Haha, big funny.
Fair.
You know how like people have like stairs on the front of their porch and on the side of their porch?
Yeah.
He had that. But on the other side of the porch there was just a railing. So Hoji just sees Liz essentially vault over the railing
Gotcha.
as she runs up.
Right.
As she essentially as she would jump up, essentially using the wall to build momentum,
Yeah.
as she drives her silvered blade into his back.
Okay.
Everyone has already pre-coded their weapons for this because they had plenty of fucking time.
Yep. Gah.
Okay. As you would see, she uses essentially as she drives her katana into his back as she pulls it out, essentially attempting to do a slash as she pulls her blade out
Okay.
to get that second hit in.
Yeah.
The first hit definitely does damage. The
Yeah.
second hit does not manage to do damage.
Okay.
But she will get off her D10 plus her 3d6 of fire damage. As you would see, her blade is completely ignited in flames.
All right.
As she does 17 total damage to him.
All right. Hell yeah.
He is extremely bothered. It is so
Fair.
man just woke up and is now taking a severe number of damage.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Also, you would be able to tell that Liz has used before she came around the corner, she used her fighting spirit to gain advantage and more temp health.
Understood.
Yes. Yes. Okay,
Yes.
next oh boy. Right after Liz, you would see nothing as the invisible creature takes its turn.
Far back. Oh boy.
Oh, great. So I get to roll 6 d20s to see if he hits. Oh, God.
Varbug, the ace in the sleeve, ace in the hole. Yeah.
Uh-huh. Yeah, as also oh wait, no, 9 d20s, because he bites him too.
Yep.
Oh my god. It was literally just to see if he crits, honestly, at that point. It was literally just to see if he crits. Oh god. Alright, so God, I don't wanna roll all this, but here I go.
Varbug is amazing, and we love him for this.
Okay, so he does his 8d4,
Okay.
2d8,
Uh-huh.
plus 5,
Uh-huh.
and it's 2d6 of sneak attack. Oh, okay, so all this damage that I'm rolling is plus 17. Just so everyone knows, this is 8d4 plus 2d6 plus 2d8 plus 17.
Yup.
I'm rolling this digitally. I don't care.
That is fair. That is fair. It's a lot
Okay,
of die.
as he does 58
Uh-huh.
damage. That's critted, by the way. So he technically does 116 because assassin.
Damn.
As you would see, as Hoji would be able to see it on the guy's like right leg, just essentially 2 stab wounds and bite marks. I'm gonna be honest, that the invisible creature might get clocked and sent into another dimension.
Oh, no! My boy! Oh, which, by the way, that hits me. I forgot to do this. I need to roll a concentration check because I got hit to keep
Yes.
invisibility up. Okay, well, it's fine either way. That was a natural 15. And then you add in your con,
Yeah,
so
no,
it's
you're
an
good.
18. Yeah.
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 Yeah. Yeah. The glancing blow didn't get him, but that aside, he was like, I'm gonna at least keep it for this one turn.
Yeah.
Oh boy, here we
Okay.
go.
Who's next?
As you would see, and I gotta get this, as you would see a blur as something comes rushing, as something that is bigger than both you and the hermit comes charging out and essentially grabs the hermit and picks him up.
Oh, okay.
As you see this, as this thing is moving to the speed that you're not able to get a good look at it until it stops.
Oh, it's the null demon.
No demons up.
Uh-huh.
As you would see this thing essentially run forward, gripping the hermit by like the chest, as essentially reels him up and slams him into the ground.
God.
As this 9-foot demon pulls off 2 halbergs off of its back and like cleaves it into his chest.
My buddy, why'd you capture that?
And I will go ahead and grab the null demon so it can be described. This thing looks like a monstrosity.
Great. I look
I will
forward
also
to
mention all the red bits on the image are glowing for Hoji and Co.
Gotcha. Okay. Oh, yeah. No,
This
this
is the
really does.
Yeah,
So,
something of this guy looks beaten to hell.
yeah, this is a very decrepit, like, gnoll demon. Gnolls are normally and typically, like, their fur is normally, like, brownish, stuff like that. This is probably a way older form of a gnoll demon. It's probably, it might have been around, like, during primordial times. Honestly, I wouldn't be surprised. Because this thing's got a very grayish and broken down skin. It has a ton of bruises and scars just going down its arms, chest, like, shoulder area. Its eyes are basically a crimson red. It has very jagged and like broken down. Think of like birch wood. Take that birch wood, make it into like a stone formation, and then make it slightly jagged. Those are the horns going straight up, with very slanted back ears on the side. There are fangs that protrude out of the mouth from the top area of its mouth, but not from the bottom area. And they kind of curve outwards, weirdly enough. Besides that, very long, lanky arms that as you go, normally, you know how like normally the arms end at like around the hip area? It goes up to like his knees. That's why I called him decrepit. There also seems to be a giant wound around the like gut area, so I don't know what's up with that. Very tribalistic, like, by the way, no shirt, but very tribalistic like pants. We're talking like a very war-torn and tattered like banner that goes around like the waist that's very like grayish brownish with like 3 eyes that decorate the hipped around area of the cloth bit, and then you have a white cloth that goes around that's underneath that and that which is the beginning bit of the pants that covers the pelvis area, and then going downwards you have like this dark grayish, like charcoal grayish is what I would say, pants bit that goes down with shoulder pads. Yeah. So that is this man.
He's also got like a war horn thing on his back, which is still there, but he's not using it as his weapon yet.
Yeah. Oh, and one last thing. Wooden bracers that he has like around his like wrist and a bit of his forearm area, and also a very grayish mane that goes down his back and also kind of connects into like his sideburns and beard.
Yeah.
Yes.
So this thing has opened up with its attack. It has made its presence known.
Yep. We love to see it.
Yeah. This thing came out of that building at full speed.
Damn.
And it is a 9-foot tall creature, so it got, oh god, okay, and of course it rolled well on its halberd damage.
Damn. Okay.
So it does 30 damage with its halberd, plus an additional, it gets a bonus 3d10 for slamming the guy on the ground.
Okay.
As it does 46 damage.
All right.
To the hermit.
We'd love to see it.
Yeah. As that would be the end of the, as I would see at this point, this is something that I need to roll for.
That's
On save
the
the hermit.
turn, by the way, people. He forgot to end his sentence.
I didn't.
You did. You never said no. You're like, and that's the end of.
Something.
And then, yeah, you cut yourself off though.
Oh, sorry.
That's why I was.
Because I remember. Yeah. I think I remembered something. Yeah, my bad.
I know it's completely fair. I'm more
turn
just clearing that for context, just in case.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh god. As con save for the hermit. Oh, boy.
Okay.
Okay. So now I can send this image.
Okay. A lot of visual
As
stuff
you would
here.
see the hermit, as as you see the hermit essentially roll onto like his like, as he was essentially thrown onto his back.
Yeah.
The hermit essentially rolls onto his like stomach as he starts to get up, and you would see that he starts shaking.
Okay.
As you would see him in like a matter of moments.
Yeah.
Like I said, it only takes a second, and he transforms into his bear state.
Gotcha.
As he fully transforms into his prop, as the bear part of the WereBear person takes over.
All right. Ah. Yes.
And that is the war axe he's holding.
Understandable. I don't know if it's supposed to be a panda, but that looks like a panda.
It does not look like a panda to me.
I see whites and I see blacks. I'm asking what type of bear. This is me asking.
This is
I'm
like a.
seeing whites
This is
and
like a.
blacks.
I don't. Yeah. This is not a. It's like This is like a older bear, so it's kind of like a grayish color.
Okay.
But he is more of like a brown bear in how he
Okay.
looks.
Gotcha. So it's just the lighting in the picture. Gotcha. That's why I was asking that. 'Cause I was like, there's a shot. It's not supposed to be a panda. However, what I am seeing.
Yeah.
That is fair.
Yeah. No, it's just fair. I saw. Yeah. But yeah.
Fair enough.
There you go.
Gotcha. Cool.
Yes. So that is what the bear looks like. For everyone knowing, he is a mostly just gray bear. That is the best way to describe it. And he essentially is standing up on his hind legs,
Yeah.
like wielding a war axe in one hand.
You know what? I got a good way of describing this. So you know how there's that Neapolitan ice cream that you can get, and it has like the strawberry, the chocolate, and the vanilla all mixed in. Take just the chocolate and the vanilla, mix it into the fur, so you've got like a lot of brown, like dark browns, a little bit of black around the eye area, but a lot of the fur is a mixture of like browns and whites, like a very like it's like that grayish white where like the brown has obviously become very faded because of the age.
Yes.
Yes.
It's a good way of describing it.
Yes.
Yes. As next, please, Hoji.
Hoji. So Hoji, I feel like if seeing this thing change, he might go into his next form of action, which is beat the shit out of it in a different form. I know it would it take a bonus action for me to put away my spear?
No, you can just, that's a free action. That's your free interaction.
Okay, so I'm gonna put away my spear. He'd spin it onto his back, obviously, and then as he activates, adding Furious Fist.
Oh god.
Yeah, and he's gonna take a swing at him. Because I'm guessing he's getting up, correct? I'm imagining.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
And
yeah.
I guess you can also use your bonus action to punch him too.
Yeah.
The unarmed strikes are also a bonus action.
Yep. So how far away did he get knocked away from Hoji?
The knoll dragged him 15 feet and then slammed him into the ground.
Okay, gotcha. I knew he dragged him away a bit, so that's why I was asking. I know my second attack won't hit because the bonus action was only a 13, but the first one was a natural 18 plus 6, which is a 24 to hit.
Yes.
Okay, so the first one
Yeah,
will hit at least. Okay.
So you got a dirty 16, you said?
The first one was a dirty 24. The second one was a natural 13. No, it was a dirty 13. Sorry. So, dirty 13.
Yeah,
I
no,
don't
the
think will
dirty
hit.
13 does not hit.
Yeah. So he would just kind of run forward and just like reel back and throw his body weight into that first punch. Trying to you know what I mean? Like it's like GTA running. Like when you run forward and you do that slugging punch. He's making a haymaker out of this. He's trying to knock the fuck out of this bear with 37 force damage. He got a 9, a 9, a 10, and a 9 on a 4d10 of damage. And then because that is a melee attack, he gets that d6 of poison damage in the process, as he gets 4 poison damage into that punch.
Alright. Nice. As he does that damage to this bear.
Yes.
Also, that flute is still playing.
Yep.
Oh boy. As that is the end of Hoji's turn.
Yeah.
As next up is Keela, as you would see the cloud of daggers come flying in, except this time they're glowing.
Ah, she heat metal. Maybe you're resistant to stabbing, buddy, but you're not resistant to fire. Gosh damn. Smart.
As also, Hoji would gain some health as she uses
Right.
Healing Word.
Pog. How much?
As she heals him for 8. She rolled a 3 on a d4.
Alright. I almost got back max health. 32 out of 35.
She does nearly minimal damage.
A 9 and a 3. 9 for the piercing, which The piercing's not the bit we need to do better damage. It's the heat metal that needs to do the good damage.
Yeah, the heat metal rolled a 2 and a 1.
Yeah.
Oh god. Okay. Okay. As that is Keela's turn. As next up is the witch.
Yeah.
As you would see her walk out, as Oji would now notice, she's chanting.
Ah, yes. This can only go well for the WereBear.
Uh-huh. Yup. Mm-hmm. For sure.
Yeah.
As you would see a skeleton rise out of the ground.
God.
As this thing doesn't like rise like nicely. No,
Yeah.
this thing like forces its body out of the ground in the most like I am already hostile to everything around me type of way.
Fair.
As you would see this thing come out of the ground, like gain like it's like in it runs forward and swings like razor sharp claws, as essentially just slashes the bear. As you're looking at like what is probably a lupin skeleton.
Uh-huh. Hell yeah. So a wolf skeleton. Even fun.
Yeah. Yeah, it's got like that like very like wolfish jaw, but like the
Yeah.
more like humanoid-esque body.
Yeah.
But it's that thing of like its fingers have kind of elongated to be more like claws.
Okay.
So it's that thing of like it was a lupin originally, and then she got hold of its skeleton.
God.
It's like, but what if I made you more useful?
Fair.
Yeah, as she uses she uses her main action to summon an undead.
Okay.
As you would see the witch's bolt hit again.
Yeah.
It's still going.
All right.
As you would see the skeleton do 4d6 of slashing damage,
Yeah.
and then you would see 12 slash. You would see lightning do 8 damage.
All right.
As you would then see a bolt of force damage as she fires an arcane bolt into it.
Okay.
As it does 12 force damage.
Damn.
As she does 32 total damage.
Gosh damn. All right.
Yes. Next
Yeah.
up's the bear.
Yeah. Ah, nah.
Okay, as for going for Hodgie.
Ah, come on, man. We're done with this.
As for going for Liz.
There's a knoll that looks real real punchable right now, alright, buddy?
Yeah, that's for the null. I gave advantage because he did just get decked.
Yeah. Yeah.
And that's for the flute.
Come on, man, don't do it to the flute.
Advantage.
No.
Okay, null reaction time. Oh my god. You would see
Uh-huh.
the bear look over to where the flute's playing
Yeah, yeah.
as it, with complete lack of
Uh-oh.
regard, approximates the opportunity of attack.
So, what I heard,
Oh,
because
no.
you did break up a little bit, and I'm gonna guess I heard this right, with complete lack of regard, it procs opportunity of
Yeah.
attack.
Yes.
Okay.
As it heads straight for the flute. However, Hoji would see the Null Demon take a step forward
Uh-huh.
and just like essentially blink into like a blood mist.
Okay. So, proc attack from me, proc attack from probably the null, I'm guessing. And so I'll go and roll my proc attack.
Yeah.
Sad. I am
punch
not
him.
going to. I don't think I'm going to get him because that is only a 12 to hit.
Yeah, no. Unfortunately not.
Yeah, he just
Uh,
like tries to grab him and just misses.
Yeah, it's something of you grab fur and it comes off.
Yeah. Like it turns like he's just kind of looking. He's like, you want this back? No.
You would see the WereBear cover the like 20 feet between him and Elenia and Keela.
Uh-huh.
As you would see as just before he hits Keela with his war axe,
Yeah.
you would see that blood mist reappear in front of Keela as the Knoll Demon essentially shoulder bashes him and just takes the axe.
Ow. Okay.
It's that thing of the Knoll Demon actually likes flutes.
Okay.
So it's that weird, like, it's like, no.
You don't
Stop
get to
it.
do that. Stop. Fair enough. Fair enough.
Stop it. Yeah,
Okay.
you can tell it's like, you can tell it's like oddly vibing to the flute,
Yeah.
like the Knoll Demon is.
That's good. That's good.
So it's probably like the one sound of music that it actually likes.
You know, fair.
As it takes this much damage from the war axe, as you would
Okay.
see the Knoll take 15 damage.
Okay.
There's his sheet. The Bull just kind of shrugs that off.
Okay.
As you would then see him essentially like rake his claws across the Knoll's like face.
What the hell?
As he deals another 15 damage to the Knoll. As one last attack.
Mhm.
Yeah, he essentially like brings the war axe back and like jabs the like point end on the like the point end of the war axe into the Knoll's gut.
Ow.
Hitting him again.
All right.
As the hermit managed to hit every single one of his attacks against the Knoll.
Bruh.
He got real lucky. Noji got real lucky with him missing.
Yeah.
Okay, it's something of you see this Knoll just kind of tank that damage and just stare at him.
Fair.
Which is a very like hateful look.
You know, fair.
Yeah, as that's the end of the bear's turn. Gunshot.
Yep. I was waiting for it.
2 gunshots, in fact. Oh God, as she would combine her bonus actions to shoot a second time.
All right.
As she does 24 piercing to him.
All right.
I will mention the hermit he's not looking great. He's looking a lot worse than when he started.
Yeah.
Like that white fur is starting to kind of go red.
Yeah.
As next up is Liz,
Okay.
who again darts after the fucking bear because she's kind of got to. Let's see.
Yeah.
No other way she can do this. Okay. Okay, dex save. Okay. You would see Liz essentially do a like, as she like kind of does like a jumping slash at the bear, essentially
Yeah.
building momentum. As she's
Okay.
built momentum as she darts past Hoji.
Okay.
You would see the bear like essentially like the WereBear essentially looks over his shoulder, seeing her,
Mm-hmm.
and essentially reels back and like clocks her with the side of his war axe.
Ow.
Like essentially sending her like tumbling.
Okay. Bitch.
Yeah, it's that thing of that very much. If you look over the shoulder, like, oh, I fucking see you. Don't try.
God. It's fair.
Yeah, as God, she takes 42 damage.
Jeez.
as he crits her due to her failing her attack. Pretty bad.
Sad.
Where does her blade go? Okay, so her blade kind of like flies kind of backwards.
Yeah.
More towards Hoji than anything else.
Okay.
As she gets sent to the left of the left of the bear from Hoji. She's essentially launched 10 feet.
Ow.
Oh boy. As that's the end of her turn.
Yeah.
Now Hoji would see this because he'd be able to see it. It's not even, he just sees like little puncture marks in the ground. As a certain invisible being runs by.
Yup. You're my boy.
God, he didn't need to re-hide. That's the terrifying thing. Okay, time to roll his damage die again. So, for those who have forgotten, that is 8d4, 2d6, 2d8, plus 17. And he's an assassin rogue, so this is a crit.
Yup. Varbuck.
As he shanks and bites him again.
Oh god, dude, Varbuck is a beast.
Dude, Varbuck is y'all's current ace in the hole.
he is. He is. And as long as we set him up properly every time, he will continue to be like that.
Yeah, it's that weird thing of he's definitely the most he's got the highest DPS, but also if he gets hit like once properly,
He's fucked.
that's it.
Yeah.
He's done.
He's a glass cannon, is what he is.
Yeah, he's a non-health based rogue.
Yep.
Oh god, he's a damage based rogue.
Oh.
If I kill it fast enough, it can't kill me.
Yep.
God, as he does 56 damage, I think that is.
Yep. Jeez.
As he does 39, 17, so 56. And that's a crit, everyone who's counting at home. So that's 112.
Yup. Oh
Just,
my god.
as you can't really tell where Varbuck is, but you can take a guess. And you would see 2 puncture wounds on each of the guy's shoulders
Yeah.
from his knives, and you see like a bite wound on his shoulder as well.
Yeah. Varbuck going home.
Varbuck choosing violence.
Yep. He's good at it. Can't blame him.
Fucking murder hobo rogue.
Why is he a murder hobo rogue?
Because he's an Anglerian.
And whose fault is that he's a murder hobo rogue?
Me.
Mine. Moving on.
It's that thing of like he doesn't kill unless Hoji tells him to kill. Then again, he sometimes just goes out of his way to
But
kill
yeah.
random like homeless people in the alleys. Of course, according to the canon lore that the DM established.
Uh-huh. He
But-
does.
Yeah.
He regrets nothing.
Fair enough.
Oh boy.
Okay. So
As next up is the Knoll. As you would hear the Knoll speak in Abyssal.
yeah.
Do you understand Abyssal?
I do not, sadly.
Okay, so who understands this sentence that he's gonna be saying? Okay, so Keela doesn't, Elenia doesn't, the Hermit does.
I know the Anglerian should, aka Varbuck, because they naturally speak Abyssal.
Yeah. Varbuck understand. He spoke Abyssal to the Knoll.
Yeah.
He probably spoke Abyssal to the Knoll, or I think both of these people know Abyssal for sure. So
Oh, yeah.
you don't know. Yeah, as you're not sure what he says to the you'll be able to figure, but the Knoll would say something as he would like stab his halberds into the ground,
Yeah.
step forward and just grab the bear by the throat and pick him up.
Damn.
As he just starts like, is it? But he like, and then like, as he then reels back with one of his arms, just holding this bear up.
Mm-hmm.
As he reels back and essentially punches his hand into the bear's chest.
Fair.
As you would see the demon rip out the heart of the werebear.
Ah. So it kills the werebear, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
Okay.
You would see, there's something of like, you see this guy transform back to his humanoid state
Yeah.
as he's then just dropped by the Knoll, who just kind of like tosses the heart back onto him.
Yeah.
And it's just like, you can have this back now that you're dead.
Damn.
Most like, I don't need it.
Fair.
I just know that'll kill people.
God. He's right. Go.
Yeah, as that would be the end of combat, as the hermit got fucking annihilated,
Yeah.
as I expected.
So Liz was the one that got knocked, right?
Yeah, she got sent fucking tumbling.
I'm gonna go check on her. I'm gonna grab and pick up her
Consciousness
blade as
check.
I'm like passing over to her. Yeah.
Yeah, it's the most just like, are you? It's also the thing of like, she had 10 temp health.
Yeah.
That definitely helped.
It did. Yeah, he's gonna walk over to her, like pick up the katana, walk over, and just like look over at her. If she isn't moving, he's gonna check for a pulse.
Yeah, so she is slowly getting up.
Okay.
So she did survive that hit, as
Good.
she was a bit higher level than you guys, and did have some health from
Okay.
previous fights. It was that more of that thing of like, she wasn't expecting him to see her, but it was that thing of she did this attack before, so the bear was like, I know you're doing this, stop it. Fucking no.
Fair enough. Fair enough.
It's that thing of attacks. They sting a lot more if the blade itself is properly silvered,
Yeah.
instead of it being like just silver powder.
Yeah.
So her attacks, like, they didn't do more damage than you guys. It just like they hurt more.
Yeah.
Technically.
It sets off the
So
pain
he
receptors
felt
more.
it more.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it's that thing of when the bear was like, I fucking don't you dare die.
Yeah. Yeah,
Stop it.
So I guess he would just kind of like reach a hand out to her to like kind of help her up if she takes it, type of deal.
Yeah. She would take it. As
Fair.
the Knoll demon would kind of, it's something of the Knoll demon and the witch just kind of stand nearby as they just kind of wait.
That's fair. Appreciate it.
The Knoll demon would speak in abyssal at Keela,
Uh-huh.
who just kind of stares at him like, I don't know what you're saying.
Yeah. Hojiro would like hand the katana over to Liz and just look over to Barbara and go, Barbara, can you do me a favor and, interpret, please?
Yes. Yeah. So you guys, yeah. Also, you would see the, and like over in the like a little bit away, the Lupin skeleton is like breaking the wooden restraint thing off of
Fair.
off of the witch.
Fair. Yeah, I mean, if it would help. Okay, here's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna like give the katana over to her and then walk over to the witch and go, do you want help with that? And just use Adam's Fairy's fist to just crush it.
Yeah. Liz would be appreciative. It's something that she's not saying anything yet because
Yeah.
she's still catching her breath.
Fair.
But you would see, it's something of, you walk over and the witch is like, sure. As you just punch up, you see the Lupin look at it like, I wish I could do that.
Wait,
It's like, it's
yeah.
got claws.
He just looks
It
over
doesn't
at
have
it.
brute force.
And he's
Yeah.
just like, I want to do this, but that's a waste of a pact spell.
Yeah.
But I want to give it Adam's Furious Fist so bad.
So the thing of Hoji's like, I would, but I don't have the spell.
Here's what I'll do instead. I just kind of pat. Hoji like does that, looks over to it, kind of realizes it, kind of pats it on the back, and while patting it, causes enlarge, so it becomes twice the size.
Yeah, with it now being twice the size, it pretty easily breaks off the rest of the wooden restraints
Yeah.
that were left. It's something of essentially Hoji broke the one that was keeping her, like broke between her head and arm to make it so her arm wasn't stuck and like facing upwards.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, and then it did the rest.
As the the Lupin breaks through the rest of it. As she's like, thank you.
You're welcome.
That was annoying.
I can imagine so. Okay.
As I will go ahead and update this because you will likely get her name because you
Yes.
have been kind to her, so she will likely give you her name
Fair.
out of show
Uh-oh.
of good faith.
So, what I heard was you'll likely get her name out of of good faith. Correct?
Yes.
Okay, cool. Yeah.
Also, you can hear. It's something of you would be able to hear, Varba translating a lot of abyssal, like a lot of abyssal, like a fucking lot of abyssal. As he's like, I can. Holy shit! You speak fast.
Fair. So, Hojiro would just kind of look to her and go, well, not exactly the way I'd prefer to meet people, however, I guess I should formally introduce myself. The name's Enma, Mr. Enma. Just kind of like
Pleasure
reach
to
out a
meet
hand
you.
now that she has a free hand. To like shake.
Name's Avila.
It's good
She
to
would
meet
give you a handshake.
Hell yeah.
As you can, it's that thing of you give her a handshake to her, her skin is ice cold, so she's definitely like part undead.
Yeah.
At this point, because of how much she uses necrosis.
Fair. He would just look to Alana.
She would also look at the Lupin.
Yeah.
She would look at the Lupin. She's like, go back on. She's like, you can go sleep again. As you would see the Lupin essentially like burrow its way back underground.
Fair. That is fair. He will. He would also look over to Alania and just go, Alania, do me a favor while I handle the rest of this. Could you go inside the into the hut and see if there's anything worth taking?
Okay.
Loot the place. You know the deal. Keela, help her out with that if you can.
You just. Okay.
Kishi, I will
Keela
tell
or
you what to
Kishi?
do. No, Keela. Because he would look over to Kishi and just go, do whatever you want. Yeah, I'm not going to tell you what to do because, you know, with the whole claim system and
Also-
with their whole mental thing, I'd rather not accidentally instruct you to do something and you take psychic damage.
Also, Hoji would realize it's nothing of as he look around. He look around and he realizes, wait, Kishi didn't attack the Null Demon.
Nope.
Or not the Null. She didn't attack the WereBear.
Uh-huh.
You look over and you just see her standing there next to like two dead wolves that just attacked out of fucking nowhere. She's like, why is it always me? Just the most just annoyed, like she just the most like why is it me? Yeah, so she's like, I found two dire wolves that were probably the bear's pets.
Ah, well, I mean, you killed them, you can have their pelts.
I will. I've earned them.
You have.
Dude, it's the most like she made no noise while that was happening, and the dogs did not bark. That's something I was rolling for in the background. No noise came from that. So the only person that saw it was Keela because she had the angle to see it. So she was like, "Oh, that's happening."
That's funny. So he would look back over to Avila and just go, sorry for that. What do you plan to do from here? If so, if you don't really have a place to go, I'd like to provide a job for you, if you may say.
All right, well, I don't have my hut anymore because she's over at the where she's like, that creature destroyed it, so I don't really have much anymore.
Well, if that's the case, and if we can get the Null Demon over there to agree, we might be able to set you two up as a team to work for the Hidden Garden if you're willing. You'd be under our protection, so your necromancy wouldn't get you killed once you walk into a town.
Good! Because people seem to get scared when there's someone walking around with green eyes and a following set of skeletons.
Yes.
I don't know why they're so uncomfortable.
I can imagine that some people get a little frightened, but if we get the two of you set up with someone that's a little bit more on the charming side, not that you aren't,
Thank you.
it will keep the two of you from getting shot.
Yeah, you would see her smile. She's like, "Oh, I know I'm disturbing to some people, and that's fine. But
As far as I'm concerned,
I like my skeletons."
That is fair. As far as I'm concerned, Cat looks over at the WereBear. You're a far better sight to see than that person.
Yes. You would see her you see her start slowly change. She's like, "Now I need to see what of my skeletons are still alive, because I know they tried to set me free a few times, and the bear stopped them."
I understand that. Well, worst scenario, there's a WereBear that could easily be turned into a skeleton for you. That's a destructive skeleton.
I don't know if even I have the strength to control that, but I'll try.
Fair enough. If not, then don't risk it.
Yeah. It's like if it's like an iffy one, she might try just because she'd be curious.
Fair. Here just go. Worst scenario, if it gets out of control, I'm sure you and the demon can handle it easily. He just kind of looks over to the Null. You just kind of look over to the Null demon and Varbok and just go, Varbok, have you offered the proposition of a job to the dear demon?
Yes, I also have figured out what he is.
What is he?
He is a primordial Null demon.
That checks out. I kind of had a thought that might be the case. What's his name?
Helfrid.
Helfrid. Well, good to meet you, Helfrid.
Yeah, so you can now see his name in the NPC visuals, as well as the Necromancer Witch.
Gotcha.
Yeah.
Cool. So, he would just say, let him know he'll be working with Evila.
Alright, you're just abyssal. Just a lot of abyssal.
He would just look at
yeah.
He would just look to Evila and go, you know Abyssal, right?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, you two are a good match then. Good to know.
It's one of my favorite languages.
That's fair. I need to get Varbok to teach me. He's still teaching me Primordial as of now. I still have 2 other books of languages to read upon.
So, you would kind of piece together from Varbok, from what he tells you with telepathy.
Yeah.
The Null Demon knows Primordial and Ancient. He knows Primordial, Ancient Sylvan, and Abyssal. That's it. He doesn't know any other languages. He knows 2 languages that are barely spoken and a dead language.
Yeah. Fair enough. Understood.
This is a demon that hasn't been summoned in a while, so when it was summoned, it was very confused as to what had happened to the world. Because as far as the demon knows, a lot has changed.
You know? Yeah. Yeah, I mean, it's right. Yeah, it's right, yeah.
It hasn't seen the world in about 17,000 years.
Yeah, so a lot has changed. Have you heard of a Lord and Savior Agatha Cheese? No, there is a cult that is surrounding a elemental cheese wheel. That thing's reached god power. Like that is a thing that exists, and it is a threat to the gods. Problem, they tried to kill the elemental cheese wheel, and the god couldn't kill it. The problem with that is that the gods couldn't kill it. Pretty concerning.
Fucking. Honestly, Hoji might have to deal with that cult. It's that thing of that cult's been trying to be dealt with by the Demon Corps. They're trying. They're like, fucking die. Why are there so many of you?
God. So he would just look over to Varbuck, and he would just go, please let him know, by the way. We're going to have to get him signed under the Demon Corps so they know not to attack him. We need to get him an amulet or something of the sort to mark him. Simply so the Demon Corps doesn't go after him. He's under our protection, so...
Sound good. Abyssal.
Yeah.
Just fucking, as far as you can probably guess, he probably just says exactly what you said to him in Abyssal.
Fair.
You see the Null Demon just kind of cock its head to the side as he explains. It's like he's probably explaining the Demon Corps.
Yeah.
And the Null Demon's just staring at him like, fucking what?
Yeah. Yeah.
Man's not been around for a while. He's like, fucking, what do you mean? That's a thing? Okay.
Yeah.
I didn't know people were that intelligent.
Fair enough, though. I mean, to be fair, it's not a person. The guy who made that thing is a tiefling triton. That is a fish demon, basically. Because if you remember correctly, tieflings are basically just half demons. So if you really look at it, all he really is a half demon, half fish. Gallon is a treat.
Anyways.
Oh yeah, Demon Court's a treat. So yeah, he's going. I guess he's just gonna go ahead and start writing a letter out to them because they got some time of peace. Because he's got to wait for the others to get done looting. So he's gonna. And Kizuchi still has to get her pelts off the wolf. So while they do all that, I'm gonna go write that letter out. And if that, you know what? Once I get that letter out, can I ask the necromancer if she has like any like books on any types of spells or anything she might know that I might be able to read up on, like to learn type of deal? Because that necromancy isn't a common thing. If there's anything I could learn from when it comes to magic as a warlock, it could be from this lady. She might know some stuff that I might not be able to learn any other way.
She might be able to get you the magic initiate of wizardry.
Yeah.
That's kind of what she would be able to teach you.
Yeah, that's chill. Granted, obviously that stuff is probably necrotic only spells. I'm guessing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So should I add that feat as I guess I just try and like learn a bunch of stuff from her?
Yeah. So you would get. Let me. Yeah. No. Yeah. You would be able to get. Oh boy. Yeah. You have access to a lot of things. Oh boy. Yeah. No. You're good. Yeah. You would. Okay. She'd basically give you access to Witch's Bolt from the wizard thing.
Okay. Where'd it go? Where did I? Okay, I'd magic initiate wizard. There it is. Why is it? Okay, you learn 2 cantrips of your choice from the wizard's spell list. And then 1 additional.
And it also allows you to cast a.
Yeah. Yes. Okay. Now okay, with the magic initiate, is it always I have to go through mana trees and then go to it like that? Because I know it's always a little touchy on
click it.
Okay. Yes. Okay.
Yeah. Then you click it.
So Witch's Bolt is what you said.
Yeah, she'd prefer to teach you Witch's Bolt, but if you have a preference, she'd teach you whatever you ask her to teach you.
I mean, out of the things, either Witch's Bolt or just teach me how to do undead stuff. But like, Witch's Bolt sounds fine.
Yeah, I should give you Witch's Bolt
Okay.
then.
Witch's Bolt, and what about the 2 cantrips? What will she teach me?
Cantrips, she gives you... I need to check this one. She gives you Netherbolt.
Netherbolt. There it is. Netherbolt.
Netherbolt, and the final one is Chill Touch.
Chill Touch. I think I already have Chill Touch.
Well,
I
then
do.
you can change your Warlock spell.
Okay. Sounds like a plan.
Yeah, she's like, here you go. It's essentially she just shows you on her book for a couple minutes.
Paw.
Or like 2 hours of her like teaching all that. So now if you ever wants to become a mixed class of a warlock and a wizard, he can.
I mean, I do plan to mix class with Hoji. I don't know if I want to go for wizard though, but it is useful.
I know, man. What do you mean? You don't want to have less health?
No. I am the man that gets up close and personal. I need health.
Dude, I'm looking at his cantrip list.
Yeah.
That's fucking concerning.
Yeah. No, he's got a lot of cantrips. I gotta go back and the feat's messing with it because I already added in Chill Touch and I already had Chill Touch, so now I gotta go back to it so I can remove it, so then I can go back and change out the Warlock skill and then do it again because D&D Beyond's a little funky. So let me just put Acid Splash temporarily though. That's not gonna be the case, but you know.
Yeah. I mean, is that weird thing of like that's the spell she would teach you? Cause
Yeah.
Necrotic?
Yeah. Is it just not gonna let me unlearn Chill Touch from the Warlock side? It's just not letting me. My man, come on. It's not gonna let me. It's not letting me for some reason.
What the fuck?
Why do it? Maybe it's a different reason I have Chill Touch. Maybe it's not directly from the Warlock.
Yeah, it
my
is.
subclass? Is it?
It's in your class management. Your Pact of the Tome.
Pact of the Tome. Okay, so I need to go directly. Okay, so Pact of the Tome. Pact Boon.
It's
Pact
in your
Magic.
Pact Boon.
Pact Boon. Okay. Yeah, that's why I couldn't find it. I was like, why can't I find this? Gotcha. This makes more sense now. This makes sense. Okay.
Fucking spare the dying.
Spare the dying. What does spare the dying do?
It
Spare the dying.
stabilizes people who are dying.
I will actually take that. Okay, so now I have spare the dying and Chill Touch.
Yay.
Yes.
Oh my god, not that he needs more spell.
Dude, he's a warlock, but his cantrip list is insane.
It's like, yes, the warlock with his 18 cantrips. It's like, I get it, you're a warlock, you can't cast spells, but come on, man.
He can cast Witch's Bolt one time and then hold that concentration for his life. Just download it.
Oh, that's funny though.
Yup.
Oh god, that's fucking funny, dude. Y'all did so much damage.
We did an insane amount.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yes. The Barbarian of the Bear, Hermit,
Has been defeated.
is dead.
Yes.
Yes, he was crit by the fucking champion Null Demon.
You said the heart was taken out, right?
Yeah, no, his heart was ripped out.
I wonder.
Spare the dying.
Not quite. not quite.
I'm gonna be honest, it's like you revive the fucking WereBear. Helfred has a problem with you personally.
Yeah, no, that's fair. Yeah, no, I would also have a problem with myself. No, I wanna send this to the Elven Queen as like a hey, this is proof we're doing shit. This is
Okay.
I do have a little bag of sand in my backpack. So I'm gonna take that little
You
bag of
put the
sand.
heart in the sand.
Yeah, as like a cushion so it doesn't get destroyed. So I kind of just like plant the heart like around, like it's like that thing of like I kind of pat it in between the sand so it doesn't get damaged. I tie up the bag and I wait for a messenger bird and I leave a letter just saying like, hey, here's the heart of a werebear we dealt with that was kidnapping people. This is proof. This is where your money's going.
Just endorsed you, and you've already proven your worth by killing a werebear.
Uh-huh. This is me proving, hey, we're not wasting your money, and here's how.
Oh boy.
And plus, like, it's that thing of, like, if we get a good reputation with the Elven Queen, I'm imagining the other kingdoms that we ask for funding from as well will probably jump in. Because, like, if we get the respect of the elves, I feel like we're going to yes.
The most hateful race.
Yeah, there is no shot we do not get the respect of the Dwarven Empire, the underground, the Fae, the ocean, the from the north and the south.
Apparently the northern might not be as pulled because it's like, oh, they compare the elves to the orcs.
Yeah.
Just like...
But they'd still hear about the werebear thing. Like, that says something
Yeah.
to them, probably. And also, like, maybe that even went over the desert, because, like, that's a werebear. Even if you are from the desert, that's still a fucking werebear.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Oh, God.
I
Oh, God.
imagine it's going to be a
Hermit
while.
dealt with.
Yeah, the hermit has been dealt with,
Yes.
and we will probably, I guess we'll rest up here for the day, let the others do their looting, and then the next day, while Liz and the others, which Liz can join if she wants, you very likely mention, like, hey, if you want to, you can, like, work with Avila and Helfred, or you can just, enjoy your retirement and not fight. I really understand if you don't want to.
She's gonna enjoy her retirement.
That's fair, buddy. Like, props to you, honestly. But if everybody wants to stay here for the night,
yeah, she would politely decline.
Yeah, that's fair.
As it's that weird thing. It's that thing of like she's fought for a while, and she's like, I'm done.
No,
This was kind of the last fight she was like she wanted to do.
Honestly, fair. Yeah, no, he completely agree. He completely understands. The only reason why he's even fighting in the first place is because his fucking family got killed. Like,
Yeah.
yeah, he still has his motivation. He's kind of just burning his anger off right now. That's really what he's doing. A very long brewed anger. So.
Yeah, Liz, it's that sad thing of she's like a third of the level she used to be. She used to be level 18, but because she hasn't fought in a while, she's de-leveled a lot.
That's fair. That is completely fair. But well, the others, I guess we can spend the night if everybody as a group, as a whole, wants to stick around and sleep here for the night. That way, listen, the only thing that's gonna be a threat to this party with this many people here is like a fucking dragon.
Or the Skaven.
Or the Skaven. Even then, though, I don't know how well the Skaven would deal with a primordial null demon. I don't know how well they deal with that.
Yeah. Also, he's hungry. He like wanders off and kills a deer.
That's fair. I mean, he could share some of the meat from the wolves as well if he wants. That's also a choice.
Yeah. It's something that he comes back with the deer and like shares a bit of that with you guys.
Yeah.
As well as Chishji like shares like the
direwolf, the two direwolves
with you guys.
Yeah, fair.
Yeah. So it's nothing of from what she pieced together. The hermit's pets.
Yeah.
And they were like out back sleeping.
Yeah.
But they smelled you guys and were like coming around the corner when like the whole started. So they charged Kishji before she could do anything.
Bruh.
But those moons sickles came in use.
Oh yeah, I imagine.
Fucking ignited moon sickles doing radiant damage. Oh god.
But yeah, what did we get from the looting, by the way? Hojo would also like to send Barbuck down there to double check behind them, but yeah. Because that is the rogue.
Yes.
If anyone's going to pick up on something, it is that man.
Yeah, it's the very much I want all the loot.
Yes.
So advantage on percent. Oh god, Barbuck, no.
Okay.
Then you've got. Oh god.
Like I'd say I'd like to
didn't-
be like, yeah, Hojino's also helping, but like he's got letters he's got to write. Let's be real.
He's not doing shit.
Yeah. Yeah. He's like practicing the primordial lesson he learned from Barbuck, like in his head, like okay. So
It's one fucking word.
means like computer. Gotcha. What's a computer?
Oh god, yeah. The Helfred has also mentioned it's something that Varbuck says this
Mhm.
kind of as more of the reason why Helfred protected Keela.
Yeah.
It's like a very like odd. It's I think of like this is the first time in like 17,000 years he's heard a flute. And flutes were the most common instrument from when he was around originally.
You know, fair.
And it was also considered like weirdly taboo to attack a flute player
You know, understood.
when they're playing. So he saw someone go in for someone who's playing the flute and he was like, no, the fuck you are, stop it.
Yeah. Good. That's fair. That is completely fair.
Yes.
Yes.
Oh god, yeah, fucking primordial null demon who's only level 7.
Yeah. You want me to hit a long rest already, by the way, or should I not apply that yet? Because we don't know if we're getting encounters.
No, you guys wouldn't get anything.
Okay.
You guys are good.
Cool.
Oh boy.
I got my black fluff.
Oh.
Yay.
Hi.
Yay.
So that is day 4.
Day 4. And what did we get from all that looting? Did they find any like hidden things or anything like that, or?
Yeah, Varbuck did his clear sweep as he like it's that weird thing he like went. It was that thing of Varbuck didn't really wait. He looked over at how like it's that sad thing of who got it. Yeah, Kishi was helping with the looting.
Mm-hmm.
Kishi like looked over or something that she didn't see it. Barbuck looked in, saw her miss something. He was like, "I'm going in now. I'm not waiting. I'm not. You guys are fucking idiots."
God.
It was the most. They missed something that he viewed as obvious.
Fair enough.
Yeah. He would grab. It's that weird thing. He grabs that war axe and gives it to the gnoll.
You know, fair.
He's like, if anyone's gonna be able to wield this.
Yeah. You'd also, Hojiro would also, by the way, look over to, I guess, like, as, like, the night would be approaching, just kind of look over to, you know, Avila, and just kind of go, Miss Avila, by the way, a day, I'd say, east of here. The Gnollish demon, Helfred should know about this, but there was a summoning of a Gnoll demon. I'm guessing that was him. Fact is, from what I understand, he completely slaughtered the cult that summoned him, but I need to double back over there to make sure that there isn't any more of that cult that is left over, so... That being said, if you'd like for your first mission to be, and I'm sure Helfred would find this to be a personal want, considering that was a more personal scaled summoning that he had to deal with, I'd like to send you and Helfred over there.
Okay.
Basically, just
That works for me.
investigate, look into it, see if you can find anything about the cult, and then from there we can contact the demon core, see if we can figure out if there's any other hiding spots or if they're known to be in other areas.
What's this? So you would hear Abyssal
Okay.
as Helfred would say something
Mhm.
at Hoji.
Okay.
Is a very like directed speech, and you would see if you look at him like, oh god, like if she listens,
Uh-huh.
as you can kind of tell, it's probably that Helfred is speaking Abyssal. He's probably speaking an older version of Abyssal, so it's still hell to listen to him and try to figure out what he's saying. Because he hasn't updated his languages in 17,000 years.
So Varmog was probably fine because the Anglarians are naturally way more primordial race, so they do kind of use an older form of it. But for her, that probably is an actual problem.
Yeah, she's like, why are you mixing primordial and abyssal? What?
Fair enough.
It was that thing of Varbuck was like, I understand what you're saying, mostly. That one word sounded weird. I'm just not gonna react. Meanwhile, the human necromancer. Huh?
Mm-hmm.
Huh? Yeah. Translate to Hoji. Because she can tell that Hoji doesn't know what Helfred's saying.
Yeah.
Is Helfred's first language he's gonna try to learn is probably whatever the fuck common is.
Yeah. Fair.
So he's not being forced to deal with a translator.
That would be smart. That would be smart.
Because it's that weird thing of he doesn't really understand what's being said unless someone says it in Abyssal.
Yeah.
So like Avila and Barbuck have been like translating everything that's being said if it pertains to him or if he should know it.
Yeah.
But essentially, she would let him know that the group that summoned him, as far as Helfred has been able to piece together, their image is of a flower. It's not of any flower he's seen before.
History check?
But it probably showed up. Yeah, so you would get a... Alright.
Let's see. That is a... Let's see, with a +6 onto my 15, that should be a 21.
Yes, so based off the description of the flower, he pieced together that it was a lotus flower that he's describing.
Okay. Does he know of anything that is a lotus flower for a cult?
So, has he gotten any words? Because there's a shot Gallon has sent him a message about this.
Fair.
He has not yet. He does not yet.
That's
fair. There's a... So, let me see if he... So, he did hear something about a rumor in a town.
Mm-hmm.
Like, in Naporia.
Yeah.
Like, this was, like... It's that thing of, like, with his 21, he, like... Lotus. Oh, that. He kind of remembers that he heard someone mention a cult known as the White Lotus that have been causing a lot of problems.
Yeah.
For more than just normal people. Like, they're messing with legendary people.
Okay.
So, it's that thing of he heard a rumor that they messed with the gambler in the house.
Why? All right. So White
It
Lotus.
was that thing of it wasn't a confirmed rumor yet because the gambler hasn't or the house haven't said anything, but it was that thing of it was said that the Lotus attacked them and then the gambler in the house just kind of disappeared for like no one saw them for like way longer than normal.
Yeah. Okay.
And the gambler in the house are the gambler in the house. They usually go out of their way to see people.
Okay, so I've got now a letter to write to them. Oh, I got a lot of letters to write. The messenger birds, I know they probably hate me, but like, I'm sorry, man. These are
Not
actually important stuff.
Not as much as Muriel.
Yeah, Muriel
Not
was
as
a
much as
clingy man.
Muriel.
Yeah, she was a clingy woman. Person. She was a man. Yavina said big funny haha. Yeah. 'Cause I gotta still have to send one out to Mirio because I need to, with the information Vuk gave me, apparently she might be a good mediator and some other stuff with that. And also he was just genuinely concerned about if she was still alive. So I want to actually let him know, hey,
Yes, that was-
if she's alive, she's alive.
Yeah, that was more of Vuk was like, I have not seen my friend in a while. That I was forced to go back home to inform the Skaven of what I'd learned while being on the surface.
Yeah.
And he was then told, yeah, you're going north, by the way. You can't go south. And he was like, oh. So I just get
Yeah.
to lose contact. Got it.
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, we want to help Vuk out a bit. And also again, it'll probably help us be a bit more of a mediator for the Skaven in the long run, so it makes sense to do that. And now we have a reason to contact the house and the gambler, which, if I remember correctly, were good accomplices of quite a few PCs, as well as just in general a lot of NPCs as well. They're pretty friendly people, so
Yeah, they are considered like one of the best encounters to run into because the gambler and the house love to just give people things for fun.
yeah.
And also the gambler loves to play quote-unquote games with people.
Yeah. Yeah.
And challenge them to a shooting match.
Yep. He always makes sure that you'll never die, but like he does Russian roulette for fun. And that's not a joke. That's being genuinely serious. He was blessed by the god of luck. Has been on his side pretty damn well. But yeah.
Yeah.
Getting back on
He's
track,
fired
though.
a 6-shooter revolver. He's fired a 6-shooter revolver. It clicked 6 times and then fired on the 7th.
Yeah.
Think about that.
So, since this is the case, I guess within this night in the process, he'll also write out a letter to Mirio, like getting contact, like, hey, so we ran to a Skaven named Vuk. They're protecting a town named Naporia. Just kind of letting him know, hey, this is what they're at. He was honestly concerned about you, and he wants to know if you're okay, type of deal. That type of, just kind of like letting him know, like, hey, yeah, that sort of thing. Signed, Mr.
Do you have
Emma,
any
obviously.
information on that?
Yeah, do you have any information?
Do you have any
on-
information on this?
Yeah.
Oh boy, man, Enma had signed himself up for a wealth of letters.
Oh, he really has. He gave his name once to Mirio. It's agony. And then and then he would end up in that same night writing out a letter to probably one to both the house and the gambler separately. Just kind of really went out like, hey, so we heard about you guys possibly having to deal with a cult known as the Black Lotus. If you have any information, please let me know. I'm Mr. Edma from the Hidden Garden. I'd like to help you if there's anything done to you guys from them. And in general, they seem to. He would just let them know like, hey, they summoned a null demon. It's working with me now, but yeah. If you have any information, let us know.
They did this.
Yeah, they did this.
Yes.
Yeah. God, there's so many letters. He's waiting for so many responses from different people.
Dude, it's like I as a person, like, okay, I need all these letters he sent. God, I need to remember to bring back a response.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God. Okay.
If I remember correctly, the quickest ones to get responses from will be the ones in the Dynasty, obviously. So like the one to the Court of the
That might be
Vanguard, Mirio, the Emperor. Whereas like people like the ones that we sent to the Demon Corps and the Monster Corps and Cast Iron King and the desert, the ocean and all the undergrounds and also the floating island towns, it's gonna be a while probably for them, but
The floating island ones are probably going to be the last to respond if they respond at all.
that's sure. I'm guessing the fastest one will probably be the City of Fire because that one is floating above the Darad, but yeah.
Yeah. God, there's so many fucking towns.
Yeah. Yeah.
I hate you.
Listen, man, it's necessary.
Alright, so the next day,
Yeah.
they would, he would remember this.
Mhm.
So he told, good old he told Helfred and Evia
Yeah.
to go and investigate the summoning of Helfred, which they will do happily.
Yes. So-
However, there's another thing past that they can go to, which is the witch's hut. That has a witch there, a different witch.
That says it's 6 days south of Naporia. That's the one that I was
Yeah,
told
you guys
about.
are current.
We're east.
Yes, that is the. Oh yeah, it's east. Wait,
Yeah.
no, I'm dumb. My brain
Yeah.
dumb.
Yeah.
I'm dumb.
I was catching
Dumb.
you ahead of time.
Yeah.
I was like, hold up, that's not right. Wait.
I did the stoop.
It's okay.
My dyslexia came in full force and was like, nope, that says east. Fuck you.
I figured that was the case. I was like, okay, I'm gonna catch him before he fucks up his own like timeline. But
It's too late. I've already ruined it. It's all burning.
so we're gonna head back to Naporia, rest up, and then we have a lot of things to handle in the south. A lot. Koi fish lady, witch's hut, rock tomb. I don't remember what that's about. Bandit town.
You weren't
escaped
told.
Bat demon. Oh yeah, you're right. We got a lot of things to handle. But yeah, we're gonna head back. So we have 3 days of travel again. Back to Naporia. Yes. So how's the
you
first
guys would
day?
head back.
Yes. I'm just gonna learn some more primordial
Okay.
while I'm traveling.
Oh boy. So it's like first day goes by.
Yeah.
It's fine. There's no encounter.
Okay.
The first night goes by. You guys are like vibing. This is like day 5 of y'all's like month-long journey to deal with everything.
Yeah. I got a 5.
Oh god. Varbuck like taught you one of the more difficult words and you were like,
Yeah.
what?
What'd you say? Come again?
We want to run that by me again, chief?
Yeah. It's like he translates it. It's like, it means Taco Bell. What the fuck is a Taco Bell? It's just saying nonsense. I know.
Yeah.
But yeah.
Yeah. But no.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But yeah. The second day.
Second day, another D12.
Yes.
3.
He would get. Oh god. He would get a bird.
Okay.
It is from the Emperor, or at least it's probably the Emperor's assistant,
Okay.
the person who probably responds to all these fucking letters.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's- it's this thing of it's a very formal letter.
Mhm.
It says to Enma because it's like to you. We have received your information about the supposed attack of the Skaven. They are essentially dispatching the military, not
Okay.
to deal with it,
Yeah.
but to deal with the aftermath.
Fair.
Essentially, if anyone gets out, they're there to put them up
Okay.
and like get them away from the Skaven as like we're not gonna try to fight you. We just want to keep our people safe.
Fair.
They are also acknowledging the. What's up?
I was gonna say, did the letter also mention 1, the funding, and 2, also the changing the route a bit for the Fire Minotaur lady? Because you can't really move that artifact.
You would see that the there's like an as a follow up to the. You can tell this person was like, and also, 'cause, oh good fucking god. And also, we are dispatching construction crews to try and move the road as best we can. As best we can. People might still try to be smart and cut a line.
Yeah.
That's their fault.
At that point, it's their fault.
That's the
yeah.
one part. That's the one that's a little bit less formal because you can tell the guy had no idea of how to explain this without it just being pretty blatant.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
like we're gonna do what we can, but if people are stupid, I don't care. Not my fault.
Yeah, at that point it's on them. But like, it's that thing of like it's not right beside the road now, which is what matters.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's not literally like 15 minutes off the road.
Yeah, exactly.
God.
Okay.
So they're gonna move it essentially like they're gonna make a slight curve so it goes essentially like an hour
Okay.
away.
Yeah.
That's like it's that weird thing of like they can't move it all that far without like actually messing with the entire road system.
Yeah.
So that's like their like best little caveat that they can do.
Fair enough.
They've also mentioned that the Emperor he will optimistically be watching to see how the others react to this
Fair enough.
like this group effort thing.
Yeah, that is
It's
completely
not
fair.
a no, but it's also not a yes. It's like a
Yeah.
I'm watching.
Fair.
I will hold judgment until the others kind of make a choice.
Understand it. Understand it. Understandable.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The samurai is taking a more like passive approach to this.
That is fair.
It's
I kind of figured that might be the case, so that is completely fair.
the thing of he's like, I'm gonna see how the elves and dwarves act upon this, and then I'll
Yeah.
make a call.
Well, he's seen how the elves have taken. The elves have given me funding, which is already a step in the right direction. Is restricted funding,
Yeah,
but it's still funding.
it's very restricted.
Yeah. Yeah.
He's still looking at that bookstore like, money.
Yeah, yeah. You still look at the bookstore and the don't forget the to-go Stop and Shop Traveler's Pass store.
Emoticon, smiley face.
Yeah, yeah. Has he gotten any like news from the clerk on whether or not like people have started trying to sign up for like the core or anything, or?
He would get another bird from the clerk saying that he has gotten the money,
Okay.
which is an important thing.
Yes.
He got the money from the elves.
Yeah.
So he's now diverting those resources he can. So most of it's like a fair amount of it's going to the Stop and Shop, and also
And also. Uh-oh. And
Um,
also what?
oh,
And also what?
so the money is being diverted between the Stop and Go shop
Uh-huh.
and North Pass
Okay.
because the Stop and Go shop had a little hiccup where some bandits thought it'd be a big funny.
I mean, it was an old bandit
An attack.
like thing, so it is actually fair because there's also just a shot they thought it was gonna be like, you know, like it's
Still
like they
safe.
were, yeah, it's like they were walking by, time to what the fuck. No, that's fair.
Yeah.
He does want to also put that very small like lizard folk town on the map if they are okay with it, like just like, hey, under our protection. Like just more one of
Yeah.
those things like just so people don't go through it and start causing them problems like those bandits did type of deal.
Yeah, there's like a day, like the day, like west of the Stop and Shop is the lizard folk
Yes.
town. Yeah, they've and also a little bit of that money is going to those lizard folk in case they want to actually like buy better weapon, like actually buy things.
Yeah, that's fair.
The tiefling was like, I'm making this call. You can't stop me.
Fair.
I'm the accountant. I can do what I want.
Yeah. He was,
I'm
also,
the one doing the money.
he was also told to put a little bit of money towards like getting some new shops set up, shop /
Yes.
core set up in the southern areas.
Yeah, he's kind of put that on pause temporarily until the
Vanguard, I'm guessing.
until the core of the Vanguard are dealt with. Because he's like, I don't know if we're gonna be fighting these people, and I don't want to spend money and have the building burned down.
That's fair. Well, he could have one built up in the middle area, if he wanted to.
Yeah, he's got someone prospecting in Snowbush,
Fair enough. That's good. The more we,
so they might put up a bookstore there.
All right. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. The bookstores are always good. Information is important, you know.
Yes. You got a guy prospecting over there. He's trying.
Yeah, he's trying. He's gonna get there.
Oh, dude, I want to mention this tiefling. This I think it was like a sea demon tiefling. If I
It was a
remember
sea demon
correctly.
tiefling. Do I have his name? Let me pull it up. You never gave me his name. He's just a sea demon tiefling.
Yeah. He doesn't have a name. No, I'll give him a name.
His name's just like John or something.
You fucking gave him a name. His name's fucking Steven Eyes.
Steven Eyes.
No. Oh god. What is your? Yeah, there you go. Here's is his name? There you go.
Okay, hold on, let me look it up. And look at Discord. So his name that he's written, where'd you write it? You said there you go, but you didn't send it in anywhere.
Oh, wait.
You didn't send it to me. I'm guessing it's a name that you don't know how to say.
No, I sent it to the wrong area.
Oh, okay. So for everyone who's wondering, our very beloved and sea demon tiefling cleric that we have, his name is Elastus.
He's the mountain clerk. He does all the he does a lot of background management for Hoji, so Hoji doesn't have to worry about the money.
Yeah. Which reminds me, on the second night of travel, I guess you'll have to send out one last letter because I forgot to send something.
Oh boy.
He'd write out a letter to the monastery of the Magma Monastery. I'm trying to think of what it's called. The Magma Core Monastery, I think is what it's called. The one
It is called the Molten Core Monastery.
The Molten Core Monastery. He's gonna send one out to them,
Yep.
kind of asking if they are okay with him sending, if they ever have any orphans, because they had one that they, like very early on during, like when they dealt with the first kidnapping thing, they had some orphans and they sent one of them over to that, dynasty, or to that monastery. So he would contact them, asking them if they would be okay with the core just sending any orphans, things like that, people who need that type of help out over to the monastery. Because he understands that if there's a good place for something like that, it's monasteries and stuff like that. Monasteries and temples, like those are really good places to do that. So.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
It's that thing of like.
Oh boy.
Yeah. They're a very well-known monastery. If there's any place he's going to think about, it's going to be that place.
Yeah, it's the monastery that has like the largest population of magma ganazis.
Yep.
And magma just anything.
Yeah. As of now, they have one random tiefling orphan, sadly enough, but...
That's fine. You're resistant to fire.
Yeah. I hope she's doing okay.
Yeah. He'll probably get a message in like 2 days. It's really just that thing of like, it's right there.
That'll be good. Like, it's that sad thing. Like, I felt bad for that kid. We saw that kid, and she was mentally broken. She didn't say a word.
She didn't interact with anyone.
Did the lizard folk end up getting her that like that doll that we asked them to make? So at least she had like a stuffed animal for like comfort, which. No, I'm thinking about isn't the best thing because with your world and the whole like
Yeah, no, he did.
Ah, great.
He did end up making that.
Yeah, so that thing might be sentient. That thing might be sentient.
There's a chance.
Yeah,
there's a chance it chooses to fight God.
Yeah, because I mean that kid had trauma. There's a shot it just gained sentience because of that. For those who don't know, if a like kid early on in his world gets like a really bad form of like trauma or something like that, it was like something like bad enough causes something like that to happen, there's a chance that if they have like a stuffed animal or something like that, it just becomes sentient and starts to fight God.
It becomes sentient in an effort to defend them.
Yes.
It's that thing of it is defending someone who cannot defend themselves usually.
Yeah. But yes.
And then you have some monstrosities known as like Nibbles, who is a construct.
Yeah, Mr. Nibbles is a construct
created to defend. Yeah, he was created to defend.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
But
I
yes,
love artificial
you guys
families.
would keep going.
Yes.
Yep. Yeah, artificial fans are like, yeah, I know what to defend my child with. Destruction in a bottle.
Uh-huh. And day 3, primordial learning. 5.
God, you love 5s.
Yeah. I don't think I really got to that many high numbers trying to learn primordial, weirdly enough. So I'm now at 68 out of 136. I'm slowly getting there. I'm past half.
Yay!
Yay!
So, on your last day of travel, as you were traveling to you're traveling to good old Naporia. It's the last day of journeying.
Yes. Oh wait, I just realized 68 is directly half. 68 plus 68 is 136. I guess said that, and I looked back. I was like, no, that's the exact half. All right. Anyways. So last day heading to Emporio.
Yeah.
Yes.
God. As it's the okay, so I need to roll for something.
Mhm.
Okay. So, the night encounter.
Mhm.
It's that weird the day encounter while like people are asleep on that last day.
Yeah.
That last day of journeying.
Yeah.
So which watch would Hoji have taken for this day?
Probably the first shift.
Okay. So he would have been up. He would be up until about like 1 in the afternoon,
Yeah.
type thing, like around there.
Yeah.
Who's up with him? Varbuck's awake. This is when Varbuck's teaching him.
Fair.
And then you have Keela, who's like retuning her flute to make sure that it doesn't get out of tune.
Fair.
She's just, it's that weird thing of like anytime she's idle, she's like, "Are you tuned?"
You tune
That
the
would be a
flute.
constant thing then.
It's like a constant thing from what I've understood.
Yeah.
It is a constant issue because the temperature changes of the metal that the flute is made of, or the wood, the humidity differences, the air temperature in general.
Yeah.
There's a lot of aspects that go into it.
This is why you
That's
just
why
use
most
drums. You don't have to
flutists-
tune drums.
That's why most flutists do not tune their flute until they're about to play.
Yep.
Yeah.
That's fair.
Well, this is also like a nervous habit for her, is retuning it.
Fair.
Yeah. So as you guys are sitting there in the fucking obscenely bright sunlight, because there's not a cloud in the fucking sky.
Fair.
It is the most like, I'm gonna fight God. Fuck it, stop. It's so bright.
Yeah.
You guys would. This is not a roll
Okay.
for Hoji or anyone to notice this.
Okay.
And I would go ahead and say switch it to Far Realm.
Okay.
All right. Let me know when it's switched.
It is on.
Okay, so as Hoji and Varbuck and Keela are sitting there, Keela is just sitting there. Varbuck is talking, and as this would occur, he would go silent as a massive light would
What?
like rush over the oh boy,
The massive what?
as a massive essentially like pulse of light
Mhm.
like rushes over the world,
Okay.
as the world would then fall into darkness.
Okay.
As the sun would go out. And light would no longer be, as there's no light anymore.
You would just tell Varbucket with hive mind, wake them up.
He wakes everyone up.
Yeah.
As what you guys, it's not much of an insight, it's not an intelligence check.
Yeah.
Evelyn just died. Someone killed Evelyn, the goddess of light, radiancy, and life has died.
That's not good. Probably Harbinger. That's my guess. Then again, there's a lot of people that hate Evelyn. A lot of guys that hate Evelyn. She really made herself a target.
There's also Quota, that exists.
Yes, the Eldritch Goddess of Fate.
Yep. So
Oh,
that
that's out of backup
has
for a new
occurred.
god.
It's from what you can tell, it's like it's like for an hour. It's something like you look at the fire that you guys have,
Mm-hmm.
and it's like the sun is still like it's quote unquote glowing
Yeah.
because there's that like the fire is still there, but there's no
Yeah.
light.
Yeah.
So it's this weird like there's an orange ball just a fire just in the sky, but there's no light being produced.
Huh. Okay.
They like any fires that you guys have are like they just are like orange, like they you still see the fire,
Yeah.
but it's just there's no light. It only produces like 5 feet of dim light as essentially the world's been coated in darkness.
Gotcha.
As you can definitely tell that some god has probably like temporarily taken over radiancy and life to just keep the world moving,
Yeah.
but that light bit is now going on the back burner because there's only so much this one god these gods can multitask on.
That is
So-
fair. I'm gonna
Yes.
go and meditate and try and talk with Mara about this.
Fair.
I feel like she would know. She is a goddess of secrecy. That's a good shot.
Yeah, so you'll probably be able to get a lot of information from her.
Yeah.
And it's that weird thing of it's a thing of because the god just died, all the gods are like in a state of like not so much panic, but slight disarray as now they're like, well, any plans we had are gone.
Uh-huh.
Shit.
Yeah.
As it wouldn't take long for Hoji to get into Mara's domain, as she doesn't have a lot of people that meditate to her very frequently because
Yeah.
secrecy.
Yeah.
So he would appear in her like pocket of darkness, which it doesn't feel as odd now that the sun doesn't, that there's no light. It's that weird like nothing changes.
Yeah.
There's just not any trees.
Yeah. He would just kind of look up and just kind of go, "Oh, I hate to be an intrusion. My apologies, but I'm imagining you know what's happening
Yes.
with Evelyn."
Yeah, it's like for once, like she's like she's like sitting there like she's got like a table that she's like sitting there like moving like what looks like probably what would be like papers,
Yeah.
but it's like, probably like a lot of like things that she's like multitasking on. So it's the thing if she is listening, but she's not like looking at him this time as she normally does.
Yeah, no, that's completely fair. You just go, "Is there anything I can do to try and help with the problem? I know I'm not a god, but any help I
Well-
imagine could be helpful."
Well, I don't know how much you or any of your friends use radiancy, but I would say limit that use as best you can. Cyrus is temporarily taking over as the god of radiancy,
I can see that he's a strong god.
so that means his champion and his threats are now handling more of law.
It's like he's about to say understood, and then he thinks about what that threat and what that champion is, and he's like, "Oh god."
Yeah. The blind dragonborn and the Challen gladiator.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's terrifying. They're like two
Yeah,
people with
they're now
very,
more.
very questionable morals at some points. One's very lawful, and one broke out of prison. Guess you bet. I bet you won't guess which one broke out of prison. I'll let you guys guess in 3, 2, 1. It was the fucking blind guy. Let that sink in.
The blind man broke out of prison.
Yep. Gladiator's like a lawful neutral. I don't know what the blind man is. I'm gonna be honest.
True neutral.
Fair enough. We've still shot this can handle
He's-
well.
Oh God.
Someone just looks at the gladiator's friend wrong, and suddenly they're on the hit list according to him.
Oh.
Theros is gonna have to go back and fix some stuff afterwards, but it's fine. Yeah, so he would just kind of go, well, if there is anything else, to let me know in the future, I guess, and I'll try and help you to the best of my abilities. What killed?
Wonderful.
If you don't mind me asking.
Quota.
Oh.
From what I understand, Evelyn said something to Quota, and Quota took offense to it and killed her.
She always did have a loud mouth.
Unfortunately, it is the most like Mara has that like gritted teeth. Like, unfortunately, yes.
Yeah.
She didn't know when to bite her tongue.
Yeah. You just go, well, either way, I won't keep you for long then. I know with this happening, there's a chance that, from what I understand, with, other gods previously having fallen to a different man, I'd rather not
Yes.
bide your time, because the longer I drag you out, the shot that man appears. So I will do.
Yes, yes. Well, do be safe. I will warn you. With the fall of Evelyn, the spirits that she's been keeping back will likely start waking up.
I
As
understand.
the more heavily induced spirits of necrosis and darkness are going to start waking up, as unfortunately there is no light to keep them at bay.
Understood. I will let the Emperor and the Cast-Iron King and the rest of the kingdoms know, and the core of the Vanguard. And I will keep my people on
Yes.
watch as well. I thank you.
And I pity Exel, as there are now riots all over the place.
I can imagine so. I'll talk with my necromancer to see what she can help him with.
Yes. Well, best of luck.
And same to you. Do stay safe, Miss Mara.
Yeah, she gets sent back, and he gets sent back.
Yep. It's no longer Mrs. Mara. Sorry, Moldor.
Yeah, just Mara.
Yeah. Sorry, buddy.
Oh, God. Yeah. But he has been informed that not only is Evelyn dead, but now there's riots apparently happening everywhere. Which, yep, people panic. Great, wonderful.
Yep. You just
And people are still kind of on that slight high from the bounty court dying.
Yep. Okay. So here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Here's what we're gonna do. Okay. Plan of action here. So he's gonna look over to Kissy and just goes, Kissy, I need you to do me a favor.
Yes.
Start writing letters out.
Okay.
I want you to write letters out. I want you. I want Keela and Alania. You three. Can you work and write out letters informing them of what has happened with Evelyn to each and one of the kingdoms? Coordinate with each other so they don't get duplicates.
Yes.
We're gonna have
We
to
can do
walk
that.
and talk.
Yeah.
And he would just look over to Varbuk.
Mhm.
I want you to specifically be the one to write it out to the Ocean Kingdom, if you can do me the favors. Write it in deep speech.
All right.
You know the drill. If there's any Anglerian, camps or anything that you also want to alert so that they are safe, because I know that is of your kind, do so.
I will.
Good to know. All right.
Varbuk will be letting his person, like where he's from, he'll be letting them know first. That's like the
Understood.
first letter he's gonna be writing.
Understood. And my boy is going to, he would let the others know not to deal with the desert. He's personally going to send that letter out to the desert, and because that is where he is from. He'll also be sending out a letter to the core of the Vanguard, letting them know, hey, let's work with each other. Even if you don't want to work with me, that meeting's going to have to hold off. We got a bigger problem right now. Coordinate our efforts, deal with the riots, calm people down. We need to deal with this as fast as possible.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's that thing of he's probably guessing that the Vanguard leader did get his letter. He
Yeah.
was about to respond when the sun went out. And he's like,
Mhm.
I fucking please.
Yep.
Why?
Yep. So he's going to send that out to them. He's going to send something out. I guess he would send a similar informative letter out to the monastery to let them know, hey, don't panic. This is what's going on. Don't worry about it. He's also going to send out a one to the clerk letting them know, hey, this is what's going on. If you see riots starting to form within any of these towns, if you need to make send out whatever spokesman person you have at your disposal to handle it.
Yeah.
And that means that any spokesman person that are currently working with us, people like Zohar, for example. Zohar, who literally is a spirit realm spokesperson, he's going to be doing a lot of speeches.
He's trying.
Yeah.
He's trying. He's like, oh, God.
Yep. Right.
The constant smile is faded right now, and she's like, oh, fuck.
Yep. Yep. Yeah.
Oh,
so
boy.
there's a lot going on. I guess you'll also send one out to Varbuk, not Varbuk, to Vuk, letting him know, hey, this is what's going on, because this is even though this is a horrible situation, giving the Skaven this type of information, letting them know, hey, don't panic, this is what's going on. This will just help with mediating in the long run.
Yeah.
So
This probably won't change the Skaven's plans.
Yeah, no, 100%. But it'll at least make it easier to mediate.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, oh boy.
Yeah. Oh yeah, and he's also got to send out all the letters out to all the different cores. So we're talking like the Hidden Guard. We're talking about like the core of the Unknown. We're talking about like the Demon Core, and we're talking about the Monster Core, and any of the guilds that we've dealt with, like the Lycanthropy Guild, the Vampire Hunting Guild. So he spends that entire rest of his shift just writing.
So 2 hours.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, so lot of riots probably occur. With any luck, there's probably some towns that don't have riots.
Yep.
But he probably will be. I'm assuming he's going to be going and checking in to see how Naporia stood against the riots.
Yeah, he's going to check in on that, and hopefully, if none of that is gone to shit, then he will hopefully be able to hold his end of the bargain up to Zora.
Yes. He would. So the night would go by just fine. It is eerily quiet.
Yeah.
That night as they're walking, like setting up. There's normally like bugs and things that make noise.
Yeah.
It's quiet. There's not a bird. There's not a nothing.
Yeah.
And it's also that thing of like you guys could definitely tell that like birds and animals and like creatures were panicking. Because any like systems they had set up that were based around the sun just got yeeted into oblivion because as far as they know the sun's been destroyed.
Yeah. Yeah. Also, something else that should be asked. How much EXP, I know this is a little bit off track because I just remember this, but how much EXP did we get from that last fight?
Oh yeah, you guys got a fair amount.
Yeah.
Everyone got 2,100.
2,100. Okay, add to that EXP. I'm now level 5.
Oh, so is Kila.
Whoa. 5. I now have another Eldritch Invocation.
Yay.
I now...
Yeah, that was important to mention.
Yes. Let's see. You no longer... Okay, so I'm going to Aspect of the Moon. You no longer need to sleep and can't be forced to sleep by any means. To gain the benefits of a long rest, you can spend all 8 hours doing light activities, such as reading your Book of Shadows and keeping watch. So, sleep will no longer be absolutely needed for me. So...
Oh, brother.
Because let's be honest, this man is constantly having to stay awake to do stuff. So he was going to start getting fatigued if he kept doing the stuff the way he was having to do. Let's be real. So make something like this.
It was that literally thing of like he didn't have that. I was like, okay, by the way, start rolling some con saves for exhaustion.
Yeah. Yeah.
I was debating making him roll one for today.
Fair. So he won't get his sleepy bags under his eyes anymore.
Instead, he just looks dead inside.
No, he always looks dead inside. But if he's smiling, it does. He no longer looks dead for that split second. For that split second,
Yeah.
he looks genuinely happy, and then he looks dead
Yeah.
inside again.
Yeah. I want to roll to see if Kishi had talked to,
Nico?
not Nico. Talked to, yeah, she might have talked to Nico. She might have tried. I'll be honest.
Fair.
I was gonna see if she had talked to Hoji about her leaving, or at least just staying in Naporia temporarily.
Fair. We honestly
Um,
might end up needing her to stay in the party temporarily anyways, because with the way things are, there's a shot we'll need her there. In case riots go
Yeah.
down.
Yeah, so she has talked to Hoji about it, explained her plan to kind of. Is I think she's like, I want to learn about what the fuck this place is, and I'm not learning all that much by walking around stabbing people. I don't.
He would kind of just nod at that and just go, I understand completely. If you don't know Akin, do you?
I don't. Is that important?
It's the main language here.
Oh boy.
He just kind of looks.
I'll go.
He's like, okay.
Keela's just like, I'll go.
Looks like you have a friend.
Keela's like, I didn't feel like I fit in all that much with the things we were doing.
He just look at me like, to be fair, I really thought you'd be a good mediator.
You did all that for me.
Yeah, I didn't realize I'd end up doing that.
I didn't either. I thought I'd be doing a lot of the talking.
So did I.
He just chose to do it. That's the weird thing. He just was the one that took the initiative with that.
Yeah. As well as where he's the leader. It's that weird thing. Is like, yes, he wants the mediator to do that, but also like he knew how to word what he needed to say. Because he let her do it one time, and he was like, that was a poor choice of words. It was a sad thing. The one time she did it, he saw that, and he was like, you're a bard. You should be good at this. What are you saying? So. Yeah, no, he's okay
She
with
still
that.
succeeded.
Yeah, she
She
still
still
succeeded.
succeeded.
Oh, it was just a little. She almost failed it, if I remember correctly. It was like, if I remember, it was like a boss fight, like charisma check save thing, like a death save thing, if I remember right.
Yeah.
She
Yeah.
failed once, and then like she failed miserably
No.
the first time, and then like she recovered herself.
The first one was a nat 1.
Yeah.
And then it was like natural 17, natural 16, natural 19. It was like, okay,
Yeah.
well, you saved yourself, but.
Yeah. You really dug yourself in a hole there. But you got yourself out, so it's fine. But yeah, no, he's fine with that.
Yeah. So they might be picking up a new monk.
Fair
Might.
enough. Yeah, might. It's up to her. I don't want to drag her in because I know she has a really cozy life. Unless she doesn't, if someone's being an ass, I will kill them. She's a genuinely friendly person. She don't deserve to be treated that way.
She's just trying to make everyone smile.
Yeah. God, dude, Hoji's gonna be the worst person for that. I feel like Hoji's that person. It's like, okay. She looks at everyone else. Easy. Looks at him. You're a boss fight.
Oh.
God. Yeah, no, that's fair. That's fair. But that is a damper of a way to, I guess, end the session for today, as we're like getting near Naporia and all that has happened.
So I will say that I can tell you what happens when you guys get to Naporia if you want, so we can end off on at least there being that, or that can be a thing that people find out next session.
We might as well at least see what happens in that last. Actually, no. Keep it for next session. Let them suffer with me in the process. But
You sure, man?
actually,
Don't
no.
wanna know?
Tell me. I need things to think about while I'm at work.
Yeah.
So I don't stab a chef.
Yeah. Oh god. So when you guys would get to Naporia after the day of nothing, like the night travel of nothing happening,
Uh-huh.
you guys would get to Naporia,
Yeah.
and that's like you can tell the guards have like gotten a pretty good grip on the situation.
Okay.
But it's that thing of like you get there and you can see that there are like it's like if you guys get like into town, you guys can see like the shadow of Skaven like on the roofs of the building. Like the Skaven are already here.
Yeah.
It's the thing of like you guys would also see like a cart that is like kind of like the guards have like cordoned off an area of the town. Like a small like one like a half of a block, like the town.
Yeah.
Where it's not really so much a crime scene, but they're just trying to keep people from seeing it. It was probably where the start of riot was about to happen.
Yeah.
But you guys would see it's the thing of like there's several like acidically burned corpses there that are being cleaned up. So there's that thing of like about 15 people started to riot, and the Skaven put a stop to it forcefully.
Yep. Ooh, that was well controlled. That'll be fine.
It was that thing of it was like the riots were about to start, the Skaven. But what if I chucked a grenade? It's under control.
Quote unquote under control.
It was that thing of from the guard, like Hoji would. I'm assuming, knowing Hoji, he kind of questions around, like asking a few of the guards.
Yeah.
He would find out from the guards that from their perspective, all they saw was people starting to riot. They were starting to try to get there to deal with it.
Yeah.
And they just saw an explosion of green liquid coat the people. They all dropped dead.
Yeah.
And then like a flash of like fur as like something darted away.
Yeah.
But that was it. It was just something they did not get to see.
Yep. Fair enough. Fair enough. So we know it's definitely Skaven.
Yeah, it's something if Hoji only spots them, like it's something if he sees them briefly before they run off.
Fair.
That's kind of, it's something of like they are keeping their presence hidden from the people of Deporia. The guards are aware that there's something wrong because a grenade went off, but you know,
Yeah.
the people don't.
That's fair. And Buck should
That's
already have my
the
letter
weird thing-
because that was sent like the night after I wrote it. So.
Yeah, so Vuk definitely has your letter. You're not sure where Vuk is, but he's
Yeah.
definitely here somewhere hidden.
Fair.
Hoji spots them only because he's used to looking for Varbuk while stealthing.
Yeah.
So he can. It's something if he sees them for like a brief moment and then they disappear.
Fair.
But it's something if you can tell. He can tell the guards don't know where they are.
Okay.
Like it's something of the Skaven are completely hidden inside the.
Yeah.
Somewhere.
Okay. But so it seems like they have a pretty good grip on things, which is a good thing.
Yeah, the Skaven have taken over the. It's a thing of the Skaven have not taken over the town, but they have like a slight military takeover to deal with anything that goes wrong if the guards don't deal with it as fast as the Skaven would like them to.
Yeah. Fair enough.
So the Skaven will deal with it.
Yeah.
It's the Skaven are not the people you want dealing with it.
Yeah.
Because there's like, all right, how do we deal with this one person who's screaming? I know, 5 bullets. It's
would
dealt
be
with. Problem solved.
Oh man. But yeah, that is the end of the session for today. Thank you all for watching.
Yes.
The god of light, goddess of light, has died. Woo! Congratulations. We love to see it.
Unironically, Nits fucking hated her.
I normally like the god of light that one character. I'm like, yeah, fucking god of light. Woo! I saw her and I was like, I want you to die. You can burn in hell. I hated her so much. She was so annoying, like unbelievably annoying. Dude, like honestly, if I had to pick a choice of picking either her or the WereBear to live, I'd pick the WereBear. Like,
My man.
my
Man.
Yeah. Listen, she tortured more people than just those 2 people that the WereBear did. She did more damage than him.
How?
She did in so many ways. One, by
How?
being just flat out annoying. That by itself caused me psychic damage, probably killing thousands of people. But yes, thank you all for watching this episode. Yeah.
This episode that literally was just a boss fight.
It was just
And
a
then
boss fight, yeah. And
But
then
hey,
fun lore. Fun lore, too. Fun lore.
Yes.
Don't forget the fun lore, yeah.
Yeah.
Alright, and tomorrow...
But now
Yeah.
the party has been reduced to Varbuk, Elenia, and Hoji, the original 3.
Yes. Yes. And I will see you later, where Hoji will hopefully not be shot by a bouncer as he tries to complete his promise, probably.
Oh boy, yeah, that's gonna be performance checks out the ass. Good luck.
Yeah. With my what is it? I have
Plus
plus
2.
4. Because
Oh,
I have
I
a
thought
4
you
in
only
my
had a plus-
charisma.
Oh,
Yeah.
Zora is better.
Yeah, she's a dancer. It makes sense. Anyways, I'll see you all for watching. Thank you for watching. You can find me, Nitsify, up on YouTube, Twitter, and Twitch, and Instagram. Literally just Nitsify, Nitsify. You know how to find me. And Acrid
real
doesn't have
Nitsify.
socials, but he breathes
I
air
have a
sometimes.
Twitch.
He does have a Twitch, but he doesn't use it. But if you want to sub and give him money for no reason, go for it.
Please.
Sir
I'm poor.
Acrid. Sir _Acrid.
Acrid.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look for the purple lizard. All right. See ya. Blah.